to the Big House 5 Analyst Desk. Do we do a little introduction on ourselves? I think we do. I want to start with Tafo. Tell us a little bit about you.
What's up? This is Tafokints from Melee on Me, Sheik main. Infamous spreader of Tafo stats, and I'm glad to be here to serve you guys on the Analyst Desk.
Cool. I am Cactus Smash, Cactuar. I am recent Marth main, I guess. And yeah, a general know-it-all.
Yeah, I'd say that's right.
Joker. PPMD fan. Coach, that's an important one.
Mentor.
That's okay. And yeah, here to talk about stuff. What about you?
I am EG's own PPMD.
Closer.
Closer? Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I am a Falco and Marth player, hailing from North Carolina, and I am very happy to be here as a non-competitor, as a commentator, as an analyst descalizer.
Dude, that's not what you were saying earlier. You were telling me a little bit, you're not that happy to be here as just those roles.
Well, I am enjoying that part, but yeah, I do miss competing.
Yeah.
I miss you competing too.
Thank you, Tafo.
I would Craigasm right now if I found out that you played.
You would what?
I would Craigasm.
You would what?
You would.
Craigasm.
I'm just, you guys can't see that. It's too small. I was lied to. All right.
Close up on that.
So what we're going to be doing today, first 30 minutes that we're on, we are going to be going over a little bit of a history on the Big House 5 series. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about the top 64 matches that happened while we were working our way down to top 8. We're going to have some guests on, talk about their days here at the Big House, some of their matches, their wins and losses, what they thought about their opponents. And then we're going to talk about what's going to happen in the top 8.
And it's been crazy because we have over like 2,000 unique people here from Smash 4, which is also playing on the other stream, and Melee. I always joke with Robin Harn, aka Juggle Guy, how big is Melee going to be at Big House every year? And it's insane that we've hit 13, 17 now. Our viewership has grown exponentially. So we are a little scattered here. Spencer, if you're ready to show the video on YouTube.
Wait, there's a video?
There is a video.
Oh, snap.
Okay. All right. So that'll come up in a little bit. But it's actually crazy because I went to the first Big House. It was in a dingy college room at the University of Michigan. Really small, overcrowded even for the 200 people that showed up.
Okay.
And then we moved on to other hotels or venues. And now we're here in Dearborn, Michigan.
Did you hear the little factoid about this hotel? This is the second biggest hotel in all of Michigan.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we've almost made it to being at the biggest hotel. Do you think we could do it next year?
Maybe.
I believe.
You got the Cactuar stats on it.
Oh, I'll put them together.
So have you got, this is your first Big House Cactuar?
I went to Big House 4. I went to Big House last year.
Okay.
I didn't do so hot last year. I kind of disagreed with some of the scheduling that they had going on. I played a lot of my matches past midnight, but we didn't have any of those problems this year.
Okay.
Everything was running incredibly smoothly. I think I was in bed by 11 p.m. It was great.
Nice. That's a PPMD time.
Yeah, I've been to a Big House before, Big House 3, and honestly, both times I've been, I wasn't sure if I even wanted to go, but Juggle Guy, being an awesome TO, he really sold it to me every time. He was like, yeah, you can come do your thing. No one's going to really hate on you for it. Even this time I was like, I don't quite feel up to it, but Juggle Guy, just awesome dude, really sold it to me. He said people are going to like it more if you at least come out and do something than if you don't. And I loved it. Big House 3, not one of my favorite tournaments in terms of how I necessarily performed, how I felt afterwards, but the experience as far as it was run and everything like that was great.
So what did you think of the first 2 days of Big House 5?
What did I think of the first 2 days of Big
Or
House 5?
up until this point?
I've really liked everything. There's been something exciting going on every day. I've had the chance to commentate some of the good stuff with Webs the first day and Blur yesterday, 7 to 9 both days, and that was a lot of fun. Webs, we worked on a lot of analysis. Blur worked a little bit more on hype. Then we brought the analysis too. Shout outs to Blur Facts.
So is there anything you're noticing year by year that's been changing in the meta, even with the early pools that you've been commentating on?
Haven't done too much commentary long term to necessarily talk about that, but I will talk about what I've seen a lot in really any any match, like lower level, and then like a better player playing a worse player, or players around the same skill level playing, a lot of times what I'd notice is an aspect of a player's punish game would impact their whole thing. So if they were dropping punishes a lot, they would get antsy and neutral trying to recover, or if they dropped edge guards, they would be really worried about it. They might throw themselves off stage, or they might just back off too much and play more conservative afterwards. There were things like that that ended up really impacting the whole match for people. If they got a good punish, then the whole match seemed to shift around it. And so I spent a lot of time actually talking to people about how you need to, in 20XX, you have the ability to practice the punish game, so you can focus more on getting your neutral right afterwards. And I felt that was a pretty interesting observation. I had a lot of fun talking about that.
So you felt like it snowballs, right? Because you make one mistake, you get flustered. And I think part of it, and this is something I see in old school players a lot, is if they miss a punish, they're still composed and they still find secondary options. And I think, when I play newer players, even friendlies, their punish game and their technical skill are a lot better, but if something is unfamiliar to them, then they panic.
Right. I actually thought that Mittens, who was formerly False Falco from Canada, I commentated his set with Toph, and he would purposefully wait a long time to get his punish. And that's very bizarre for the players that are newer. They're used to getting an opening and trying to get it quickly, and even if you get like an easier one, you'll wait longer. And it's a bit older school to let them, kind of hang themselves and then really panic after that, because they're like, oh, I should be punished now, and now I'm not, but I'm still scared. What do I do?
Yeah.
And Mittens was pretty good at taking advantage of that, and I think he really threw Toph, and I'm sure other players off their game.
And that's something you see a lot with Ken, Mango, anyone with an old school style. I mean, the classic reads of what they get with the roll up smash read, that only comes if you wait. But I feel like the newer players, they want to get you stuck and shield as much as they can. They want to make sure that you have no frame to do anything. So it's very interesting to see those two kind of cultures clash. Cactus, what did you see so far in the first couple of days with, the general population of Melee that we saw?
So I think the big thing that everybody has been talking about on day one is the introduction of the 5-man crew. So we've tried to bring crews back to life at several different points in Melee's history. And the last time we did it, we did East Coast versus West Coast. It's like a 10v10 crew battle, but it feels a little bit too big when it's like that. This gives each region a chance to represent itself. You each get to pick 5 members out of your region, the strongest guys you can find, and they duke it out. And I think there's something very appealing to that for everybody to watch on day one.
And so we are moving on.
Yeah.
We had an impressive top 64 bracket, and we're now down to the top 8. But we figure we should give a quick recap of what's happened at previous big houses. So we're going to go to a video right now.
Like a victory for West Coast.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I like the moment where you lost. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That was a very cool video. A friend of mine put that together, Nick DePasquale. He's the guy working on Last Stock Legends. Shout outs to that project.
Yeah, it's crazy. I alluded to it earlier, but our prize pools, our stream viewers, the number of players entering have grown so much. 2,000 was considered like a record back in 2011 for stream viewership, which is crazy because we get that at like Xanadu and what was it? Get Smashed at the Foundry. So it's crazy how much we're growing.
It really is. I've seen Xanadu rocking like 3,500 to 5,000 numbers even. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for a local. That's for a little weekly on a Wednesday. It's nuts. So we wanted to go into talking about the tournament so far. Do you want to pull up a little bit of a bracket? And there have been actually a ton of upsets happen at this tournament. I think the biggest one that everybody knows about is Scar losing to. No, I mean sorry, Drug Fox losing to
Mittens.
Or
no, not Mins.
Wait,
sorry.
what?
Ginger.
Who is Ginger?
So
local
who is
Michigan
Ginger?
player.
Ginger is a Michigan Falco player who is about 4th or 5th on the Michigan PR. Plays Falco. Won game 1 against Drug Fox's Sheik, and then Drug Fox went Fox game 2. Little known fact, Ginger plays KGH all the time. So once he saw the cursor switch to Fox, he was like, I've got this, and I'm going to win. And he promptly 2-0'd Drug Fox. There were a lot of people that did not make it to day 3. Gatsu, fell and drowned. I fell and drowned. Fat Goku.
Yeah.
There's a long list of names. This tournament was really hard.
And Fat Goku in particular had a really strong showing at PAX Prime.
Yeah.
I think he got 7th place.
I think so. He made top 8.
Yeah.
And then top 64, it was riddled with upsets. I looked at the list, and there are names that I would expect to have a chance to get to top 8 that were in 33rd. In winner's side, a Bait, local hero from Pittsburgh.
A Bait.
Getting to top 8, yeah.
That guy, everyone's talking about a Bait. Everyone's yelling for that guy. He's got, the hope of Pittsburgh real loud, and I think Midwest has at least adopted him recently for the crew battle, so they're, I'm sure, all behind him. And he's doing work.
Yeah, I feel like he's this year's Kells. Last year at Big House 4, Kells made a really deep run into the top 8. And so we've always had strong Midwest representation in the Big House final bracket. And so this year, I feel like everybody here is going to be screaming for a Bait. Every time he gets a combo, every time he gets an opening or an edge guard, people are just going to be screaming at the top of their lungs.
A Bait does seem like a player who feeds on the energy of the crowd quite a bit too.
He's a people person.
Yeah.
He loves doing hype stuff. He loves getting the Shoryukens. He loves activating invisible ceiling when it looks like it shouldn't work. That guy's got tricks and everyone loves it.
I have to ask, when he starts looking for that wave dash into jab Shoryuken, how early do you see like the bloodlust in his eyes? He's just like, I can feel it coming. I can't.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, he's a great guy, but in game he's a demon. Absolutely. It's early. It's before any of it happens.
And it's crazy because he looked really comfortable today. When I saw him play Axe, he was very comfortable with reading Axe's jumps and his movement, something that we don't really see from too many people who play against Axe. They get scared, they get nervous, they let Axe run all over them. But in that matchup, I saw Axe just hesitant to do anything, and Abe just ran all over him.
I mean, that matchup is not one Pikachu players like either. It's terribly easy to gimp Luigi. It's not terribly easy to combo. He can break everything with Nair, and then Pikachu already has a hard time outranging everyone anyway. So I think he needs significant openings to win. Meanwhile, I think Luigi, I don't know if he has maybe a low % chain grab on Pikachu, but he definitely has much better follow-ups. So I can only imagine that's frustrating.
Yeah. And then later on, I mean, you guys, already kind of brought this up, but Abate beats S2J too.
Abate does beat S2J. Abate is actually very good versus Falcon. He had taken sets off of Hax's Falcon back when he would go to the Tri-State
Everyone's
tournament.
remembering how upset that was and how the misfire really played an important role. Luigi's manipulate the RNG. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
They're cheaters, man. We saw some of that here today.
But is that really RNG? Or was that planned? Did you know? So to recap, in Game 5, S2J played Abate. S2J goes for a stomp. Abate doesn't up B. Somehow there's like an invisible ceiling that happens. Do you understand the mechanics, or are you as clueless
He
as
was
I
actually just explaining this to me.
I
so
was
this is
explaining
Can
perfect
you
this
explain to the
about
audience what happened during that?
I can try. I quickly read a Magus post about this, and the Magus posts are, they're as simple as they can be for complex things. So what it seems like happened, if you do a move, and for whatever reason, Luigi has a lot of these moves where the opponent's still in stun, but your animation is going on. If you leave the ground for whatever reason afterwards, then as long as the stun hasn't ended, then you can still have the glitch activate as long as you get hit afterwards. So what happened apparently is Abate did a down smash, S2J launched him, comboed him across a platform, which didn't count as Abate touching the ground for some reason, I guess because he slid along it too quickly or wasn't in stand there or something like that. And then when S2J did the stomp off stage, that was when it was finally activated, because that's when Abate was out of a greater amount of hit stun. So it was just a goofy thing that ended up happening.
Okay, it's bewildering that people are so specific and they can pinpoint exactly to that. Do you think V canceling could have done something about this? I'm totally
You just had to throw that in there, didn't
we
you?
have to throw in V canceling. It's the buzzword.
It is the buzzword
of this week.
You got a lot of Twitter love for your talk about V canceling. I have no idea. I don't know if Abate had an idea. Either way, the invisible ceiling it seemed like enough. Maybe the V canceling played a role. He did just kind of tumble around in place.
I'm convinced he's just discovered something all on his own, and it's going to be one day referred to as Abate canceling.
Abate canceling. I like that.
Wait, who do we have?
We have a guest sitting next to us, kind of unexpectedly.
He's just chilling with us.
He's just chilling with us.
I came when my time slot was, so.
He did. We're actually running a little bit
appreciate
behind
that.
schedule, so the next segment that we wanted to get into was just talking with players who are here at the Big House about their tournament performance today, what they think about the Big House series, and I don't know, maybe they can blow off some steam, let out some salt, talk up their opponent maybe. Maybe somebody will decide that, like, oh, my opponent played really well, I didn't play really poorly, right, Chillin?
Tell us about your Big House experience.
Okay, well, Big House has been amazing. As usual, I've only been to one before. It was Big House 2, and it was still kind of a regional back then. It wasn't quite a major just yet. So, but obviously, Juggle Guy always does a great job of running the tournament and making it a great experience for the competitors. As far as my specific experience, I think I did all right. I ended up 17th. I lost to Mewtwo King in winners.
17th
Thanks.
also, yes.
Oh, nice,
yes.
17th brothers. And then I lost to S2J in losers. And both of those players are players that I consider better than me, and matchups, well, specifically Falcon, that I struggle against. M2K plays Sheik and Marth, who are not necessarily matchups I struggle against. He's just amazing. So M2K did end up 2-0ing me. I had a much better time against his Marth than against his Sheik. He went Sheik game 1, and then game 2 was his Marth on Pokemon Stadium, and I almost took it.
Wait. I heard something happened in the middle of this game.
Did happen.
M2K did some out-of-game mind games.
He definitely out-of-game mind gamed the hell out of me. Okay, so the tree transformation came up on Pokemon Stadium, and I was standing on the left side, and M2K was standing on the right side, and we're both just chilling there. It was like clear that neither of us was going to approach, and I was like, okay, well, my water is kind of in front of the screen right now, so let me move it slightly over here. And so I did that, and then M2K laughs, and then he moves my water back over here. I'm like, that's grimy, man. And then while I was laughing about him moving my water back, he tippered me through the tree.
I knew he was going to tipper you
He
through the tree.
tippered me through the tree. I was like, oh my goodness.
It's grimy.
It was super grimy, but you know what? He took every advantage that was there for him. He made the most out of the situation. And who knows, that tipper might have made all the difference, because it was literally last stock, last hit. So I'm pretty sure without that tipper, I would have beat him.
I would have consulted a TO, actually.
Yeah, I probably should have brought it up, but you know what? I let it ride because it was kind of brilliant. I have to give him that. It was pretty smart. I didn't expect such a brilliant out-of-game play from M2K.
Well, next time you'll have the adaptation. You'll nail your cup to the setup so they can't move it.
Exactly. Or just put my water bottle just elsewhere, out of M2K's reach,
Right.
And then it won't be an issue to begin with.
Well, he might get up and get it, so you have to make sure you got that.
That's true, actually. And then he might tipper me while he's standing up. I don't even know. He's totally capable of something. I no longer give M2K any benefit of the doubt when it comes to out-of-game grimy tactics after that.
Smart.
But I learned my lesson from that. I'm never going to move my water during a match again.
All right, so you mentioned a little bit, you're kind of like weaker against Falcon, and you did have
Yeah.
to go up against S3J. How did that set go?
Yeah, it was 3-0, and a couple of the games were close. Game 2 and 3, I counterpicked the FD, and just because that's my most comfortable stage in general, and I think it is a pretty good stage for Fox against Falcon. And then all the other stages that I could have counterpicked to, I think S2J is pretty good on. Like there was Fountain of Dreams, which is the traditional Falcon counterpick, try to mess him up with the platform heights, but S2J in particular is really good on Fountain of Dreams. So I didn't want to take him. Yeah. And he just deals with the platform height really well for a Falcon main. Most of them struggle to do so, but he's not one of them. So I did not want to take him to Fountain. And Stadium even is also a pretty good stage for Falcon. Like he has a good range of movement, and then he also has the platforms there to possibly follow up on things. So I decided to go FD both games 2 and 3. Game 2 was a lot worse than game 3. So I'm glad that at least I was able to stick to my guns on the counter pick and do better on it, rather than just, since I got I think it was 3-stock game 2 on my counter pick of FD, but I went back to FD and still, made it close. So I was glad I was at least able to stick to my guns in terms of what I thought about the matchup and do decent at it. But like I said, he's particularly good at that matchup, and I feel like I'm particularly bad at that matchup, mainly because MDVA doesn't have many Falcons anymore. We had G-Regulate back in the day. We have Thumbs Way Up, but he doesn't go to too many things. So our region, I think, just has kind of a Falcon weakness as a whole. And I think that's becoming a lot more exposed when I go to these big events and I play, good Falcons, and I end up either losing or having a close set with them. And it's like, if I still had the Falcons to practice against that I used to have back in the day, then I probably would be doing a lot better. But, I mean, that's obviously a John, so no Johns. S2J did amazing, and he's a really, really good player. I'm not at all upset about the people I lost to.
Cool.
Who'd you beat in losers to make your run?
So I beat Reno 2-1. That was an interesting set because it went 1-1 Cheek Fox, and then he actually banned Stadium. I expected him to ban FD, but he banned Stadium, and so I said, okay, let's go FD, and he went Fox against me. And he said his Fox wasn't warmed up at all, which it kind of showed in the match. No offense to Reno, he's a great player, and I played him in Fox Dittos afterward, and he was actually doing really well. So I vouched for his Fox being legit, but definitely when he pulled him out at that point, it wasn't the right time to do so, because I almost 4-stocked in that game. And then after that, it was Alex19. Alex19 actually beat Hugo, beat Hugs, which I was super happy about, because Samus is another one of my weakest matchups, along with Falcon. And so I had Alex instead of Hugo, and I ended up 3-0ing Alex. Alex did pretty well, but I think it's clear that he still needs to get more used to the pressure and being able to perform under pressure. I think when he plays someone like Hugs, he's used to playing him in locals or just at Mango's house, and so the pressure isn't quite there as much, versus when he plays anyone else, he's still not used to dealing with the pressure of the big stage like that. So definitely, I think he underperformed compared to what he's capable of.
And you would know, you played him at Mango's house when you went over there.
Yeah, I played him a ton at Mango's house, and I was really impressed because it's crazy. Based on his national tournament performance, you wouldn't expect him to be nearly that good, but he clearly is, and I think the more he goes to these majors, the better he'll get at dealing with that pressure. Like I said, the fact that he beat Hugs is already impressive, because even though they do play all the time, there's still that pressure there, obviously, because you are playing on a big stage, and that was loser's bracket, so loser was out, but Alex managed to clutch it out against Hugo. So I think he's definitely improving in that regard, but like I said, I was very happy that he beat Hugs, because I don't know if I would have got past Hugs, because I'm still pretty weak at the Samus matchup. So, and then after that was S2J, which I was watching a bait versus S2J so intently because I really, really wanted to play a bait. Even though a bait's having an amazing day, and I possibly could have still lost to him, I definitely think I would have had a better shot than I did against Johnny, just because of the matchup thing. I'm a lot more comfortable against Luigi. And so when that went down the way it did, that last stock of Game 5, it was heartbreaking for me in particular.
Everyone else was cheering, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
no.
I was like, no.
in an alternate universe, you would have had a bait and then a Nintendude if you
Exactly. If I could have beat a bait, I would have had Nintendude, and then I would have had SFAT, who last time I played SFAT was Northwest Majors, and went to Game 5, and I had a shine that I potentially could have got to make it 3-stock to 1 in Game 5, so I potentially could have taken that set for sure. So obviously I'm a lot more comfortable against Fox than I am against these other characters, so if I did end up playing a bait and beating him, I think I had an outside chance of making top 8 for sure. So
one last question. So you've struggled a little bit in the California tournaments, Paragon, HCC.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to perform, decently well and kind of get your groove back?
I mean, it's awesome because The thing is, playing Fox as long as I have, and especially with, I've been having wrist issues this year in terms of how much I'm able to practice and stuff like that. And everyone's so good against Fox because Fox is considered the best character. Everyone practices against that character so much that it's gotten harder and harder to maintain the same level of play when everyone's improving so much against my character specifically. And I'm having trouble, keeping my tech skill up to par when my wrist is giving me issues and stuff like that. So it was definitely good to bounce back from the previous few nationals where I haven't done as well as I would have hoped. And here, like I said, the people I lost to, I'm not upset about losing to those people. I don't feel like those people are people that I should have beaten by any means. So I'm definitely happy to end up placing 17th and start getting back to where I should be. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but it was good to bounce back from the last couple nationals for sure.
Cool. Again, that was the last question. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to PPMD. Ooh. Thank you so much for coming. Your commentary has been awesome.
I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, man. And then shout out to M2K and S2J for taking me out. They were really good sets, even though I didn't take any games. But I learned a lot, and I'm definitely going to try to come back stronger for the next one. And, of course, big shout-outs to Team Liquid. Ooh. They're amazing. They take such good care of us, and I have nothing but respect for everyone at Team Liquid. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being on, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Peace out, guys.
Take care.
Follow him at Liquid Chillin. Pretty cool dude.
Please follow
He's a
that
pretty
man.
chill dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh, it's not even intentional anymore that I'm making these puns.
I don't believe that.
That dude over there.
He's going to be next. Give him a second. I did want to ask you guys what you think. I have been talking to the Falcon mains a little bit. I made the switch to Marth recently, and they all seem really eager.
We need to find a different guest that's not ESAM.
Okay, that's fine. So I did discuss with them a little bit. FOD? Do I ban FOD? Or do I ban Yoshi's story? And it seems like the Falcons are transitioning towards banning Yoshi's rather than FOD. With the inclusion of shield dropping into a lot of the Falcon play, they actually have very, very fast options and are not as uncomfortable moving around on the stage as they once were. I'm not surprised that he lost on FOD.
Makes sense. I never really thought about that. But yeah, Falcons have been doing better there. And people have been talking gradually over time. It's getting better and better for them, and the results and the comfort of the players are starting to reflect that. You're not seeing them dash back and do a nair, and then the first hit comes out maybe, and then they're like, I hate the stage, and then they're stuck forever. No, it's like even if they do make the mistake, it's like, oh, I still have shield dropping, I still have other stuff, I can still edge cancel. So they have choices now. It's pretty cool.
And I play with S2J a lot. And I hate the lower platforms against Falcon because that stomp pokes so much off the platforms, and they can ledge cancel, and they can, if they ever need a safe place, they can always go back to top platform on that. So their maneuverability is actually a lot stronger on that stage than Yoshi's, in my opinion.
Sure, that seems fair.
I think the first Falcon that we really saw take advantage of what Falcon can do on FOD was Yeepy, the Netherlands Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
The way that he moves on that stage, I think, has inspired every other Falcon to start trying to at least move a little bit closer to that. And yeah, seeing him use shield dropping Sheen, seeing him use the top platform exactly the way that Tafo was talking about, I think it changes what stage they should be banning.
I really like that Yappy pushes his limits. That he's willing to. You saw him play at Super Nebulous. He was always just going out there doing crazy stuff, and I like that we have players that are still like that because a lot of players will get more. They get more conservative these days sometimes, and so it's cool to see a player that says, "I don't care about that. I'm going to do it my own way." I think it's very inspiring, and I think he's come up with a lot of cool stuff as a result of that. Like you said, he's pushing the meta for Falcon on Fountain, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got another dude here.
We got another dude here.
Oh boy.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he snuck into the camera shot before they made the transition. All right, all right. So,
hey guys.
we got Nintendo dude here.
You done goofed.
What's up?
Tell us a little bit about your big house experience.
My big house experience.
Yeah.
So, as a fellow TO, I really appreciate how well everything was executed. Schedule was great. Everything was on time. I thought it was really cool how on Friday there was the crew battle exhibition to fill in what would normally be rather unexciting first round pools matches. That was really good for content. Sad that my region wasn't in it, though.
Yeah, you guys got.
Yeah. And as a player, I think I did pretty good overall. I think I could have gone farther for sure. Didn't get top 8. I think I got 13th. Had some close calls along the way. I almost lost the BLAHHHHHH in second round pools. It came down to last stock Sopo situations twice, and I had to clutch out both of them to win the set. So
That's not a matchup Icy's like, right?
I don't think it's really that bad because Luigi has a hard time getting around the projectile walls.
Okay.
And as long as you're just careful about not overextending and not trying to punish things that aren't punishable, then it's a little hard for him to open up ice climbers.
Okay.
But once he gets his hit, then
Right,
it
he
goes
can go to
downhill
town,
really fast. Yeah.
So the punishment on both ends is pretty strong, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else did you end up playing on your path to 13th, you said?
Let's see. Nobody I can recall in first round pools. I played a Ganondorf player named Cup, who was pretty good actually. Then I played BLAHHHHHH. And then, let's see. I had to play Bladewise first thing today.
How did that set go?
Came down to game 3 last stock, and I clutched it out. I went all ice climbers for that set.
A lot of clutch.
Yeah.
How do you feel he played that matchup?
I feel that that he is one of the weaker Peaches at that matchup. I feel like he's a little uncomfortable with how to pressure ice climbers beyond like the very basic does float cancel fair and like whatnot. Like he does unsafe down smashes, and I'm able to read his early movement more than most other Peaches.
I was going to ask, is there anything that you thought you were taking advantage of very strongly, but that kind of...
Yeah, he plays the matchup very tentatively. He doesn't play with much confidence.
I don't think
he could be able to bully Ices, right, as Peach? Or
Oh,
no?
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a rough matchup for ice climbers. If the Peach plays it with confidence and makes good decisions. But sometimes they just aren't really sure. They're just like, well, I know I'm supposed to win this matchup.
Right.
So if I just don't do anything stupid, like, I should win. But that's not really playing the matchup correctly.
So who did you play after?
Then I had Mango. That was a really close set. I wasn't expecting to keep it that close going into it, but I knew that I had a shot because wobbling is so strong.
Was that a best of
And
3 or best of 5?
It was a best of 5. It came down to game 5 last stock, and I had him almost at kill percent, maybe like 80 or so.
What was your strategy, and how did that end up interacting with what he was doing?
My strategy was to not play too passively and to be really careful with when I tried to engage him.
So active but careful.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that doesn't sound like
It
like
makes sense, though. Sorry to interrupt. Because if you play too passively and you're trying to react, then Mango will just go to town on your shield.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have nothing left to defend yourself.
I would say, okay, I think a simple way to put my strategy is don't get stuck in shield. Because I remember when Mango played versus Fly at Press Start, and Fly was just stuck in shield the whole match, and he wasn't really able to do anything. So I knew that I had to play more proactively, more aggressively in order to keep up with his neutral game. And
Seems like it worked.
yeah, it definitely worked out well. I could have won game 5. I dropped a wobble like early in the game. It was actually a tricky one. So I got a jab reset right next to the edge. And the issue with wobbling on Dreamland is Wispy will blow Nana off the stage while she's forward tilting, unless you forward tilt at like the exact time so that she doesn't start walking. So you have to do a down tilt wobble instead. But because
that's much harder.
Well, because down tilt does less damage, I think that means that the timing is stricter. Like there's less of a window like of timings that works, and I was just slightly off on that one. It's the only one I dropped that set. I actually got him with a lot of infinites, a lot more than I thought I would. I just got a lot of grabs.
I'm sure he loved that.
How do you feel you were getting those grabs? Because it's not just as simple as like, oh, I just found him in my arms. There's typically some kind of interaction that leads up to that point where you snatch him.
Yeah, I don't really remember like the setups I was getting. I have to go back and watch the set.
Yeah.
I definitely had a few jabber set to grab conversions, and some dash attacks.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
I think one thing I really liked about your play was that you're mixing in defensive options, running at him, and throwing grabs. And so Mango always had to second guess his mix-ups. something
Yeah.
that he's really known to be strong at is like mixing up his opponents. But I felt like in certain matches you were one step ahead of Mango, and that's really impressive. And that's what I noticed about your gameplay in that set.
Thank you. One thing I noticed about the Mango set was I noticed that Mango was actually getting really scared. I could tell because he was camping platforms. Mango doesn't camp platforms.
Not too often,
Yeah.
but he will
Yeah.
he'll pull out the really defensive strategies if he's had to. I've seen it done.
Yeah, I noticed like partway through game 4, I could sense the fear in him. So I knew that like I could control the pace of the match at that point, and that kind of gave me, I guess, a mental edge that I normally wouldn't have against someone like Mango.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your losers run. So you lost to Mango and then got put
Okay.
into losers.
I played KJH. I'm glad I was off stream because I didn't want the Michigan crowd to play in there.
Crowd plays a huge role.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And how did that set go?
Okay, I dropped game 1. Game 1 was me adapting to a Fox that wasn't Mango. And then I 3-0'd him solidly after that. Okay, so it was 3-1 because I dropped game 1. I was just catching him with my tricks. He was running into blizzards and getting jab reset.
Do they have
Stuff like that.
ice climbers in the area, in Michigan area? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, at least none that are like regional threats.
Okay. So
I
I'm
mean, there is
sure-
a Midwest Ice Climber player, but I don't know where in the Midwest he resides. Midwest is a huge
Right,
region,
yeah.
and that is Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Trail, yeah. Trail lives in Chicago.
Okay.
I guess he couldn't make it to this event. But
And then once in a while, this kid interacts with like Duck and certain players, but they don't play. Michigan as a region doesn't really play too many ice climbers.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so after KJH, I had S2J. I went into it pretty confident because I 2-0'd him last time pretty
Paragon.
solidly at Paragon. Yeah. So he had beaten me at Super Nebulous in April 3-1. He 3-0'd me this time. He was just playing really good. I couldn't hit him. And I was up 2 stocks to 1 on FD, and he Johnny stocked me. And then he just, I think I dropped an edge guard, and then he just like clutched it out.
Do you think there's anything he was doing like very, very well that made a big difference in the match compared to when you played him last?
He's making better use of platforms, I think, and coming down at more unpredictable times. I think I'm usually pretty good at reading platform movement and catching people with up airs and forcing them into knockdown situations. And I couldn't really get that on Johnny. He's playing the verse Sopo much better. I actually kind of wrecked him with Sopo the last time we played. And I think he was respecting it a lot more and just playing much more careful. Because like Falcon shouldn't lose the Sopo.
Yeah. I remember there was like a Dreamland match where you like killed SCG's fresh stock with Sopo before he killed you, and I was like, dang, like Nintendo's really good. So I noticed that SCG was playing a lot more confident too, because I think there's like this like fear effect with wobbling, right? Because once you establish dominance over them, they get scared, they become predictable, and then you just run over them. And I felt like that's what happened at Paragon, but you never established that momentum on SCG.
Yeah, I couldn't get any kind of momentum. He felt comfortable the whole time, and I know what people tell me one way to beat Johnny is just like try to get him on tilt a little bit, and frustrate him, and I couldn't ever frustrate him. So
that's tough.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't have another question, I'd like to ask Nintendo something else. This will be pretty funny, I think.
Okay.
So we just had Chillin on,
okay.
and he was talking about his potential losers bracket run, and he said at some point, if I'd won a couple more games, I would have had to play Nintendo, and I think I would have been able to take him. What do you have to say about that?
What do I have to say about that? Okay, so I'm not really in a position to like refute that because he tends to beat me at locals.
Does he beat you out of state as well as in state?
We've actually never played out of state.
Oh, okay.
Although I do tend to beat him on the bigger stages in state.
Okay.
Like there was that Civil War, which you were at a while.
Okay.
At that tournament, and I barely beat him too.
Right. Okay. Well,
that was over a year ago now.
Well, maybe you guys play out of state sometime soon. Maybe you can turn the tide so he can't just come on and say he's got the free wins.
Yeah, I'm hoping to turn that around at locals. I'm getting kind of tired of losing to him.
That sounds like it. Good luck to you, sir.
But I mean, he's one of the best foxes at the matchup.
He's played it a few times.
Yeah, he always beats Chu these days as well.
All right, well, we have our next guest on deck right now. Thank you for coming on.
Okay.
Is there anybody you would like to give like a shout out to before
Give a
we
shout
head off
out.
the stage?
Yeah, sure.
Team Iron?
Shout out to Follow Esports.
Follow Esports.
My sponsor. They're
what does
providing me
Follow
with a lot of
Esports do?
support.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Follow
real quick.
Esports is a website that they call themselves the TV guide of esports. If you want to know when events are happening across all the esports, their website kind of lists all the events that are happening and where to watch them. And you can filter it by what games you're interested in. So if you're only interested in like Smash and, I don't know, Hearthstone, then it'll only show those. You just apply whatever filters you want. It's a pretty good resource.
Definitely worth
Yeah,
bookmarking.
yeah, definitely check it out. FollowEsports.com.
And follow Nintendo.
Yes, follow me at FE_Nintendo.
There it is on the screen. Can't listen to this great guy.
Yeah,
Cool.
and shout outs to all my supporters. I get a lot of hate, but shout outs to everyone who doesn't hate me.
Yeah, seriously. Shout out to the people that show this guy love. What he does takes some skill.
Yeah, shout outs to all the Ice Corner mains too.
Dude, nobody shouts out family. I'm keep waiting for like, oh, shout outs to my mom. Hi, mom. Never happens.
Is your mom watching this right now?
Okay. I should shout out my cousin who got married yesterday, whose wedding I didn't attend because I'm here.
Shout out to Nintendo's cousin.
Oh, priorities, right? All right. Well, thank you for being on the analyst desk with us here at Big House 5.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Would you skip a relative's wedding to attend an event?
Direct relative.
Yeah, but say
A cousin,
how
a
close?
cousin.
How close? Well, you know, because I have cousins that are more removed. I have cousins I'm closer to, cousins I see more. So if it's the cousins I see more, it's like gotta go see them, But if it's like cousin I don't see that often, third or fourth.
What if it's a cousin that you feel you see a little too much already?
That doesn't happen right now. Nice try.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have Zoo come in. I'm actually gonna take a temporary step out to see how the graphics are looking.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll be right
We'll hold
back.
it down.
Cool. Should we get a guest analyst? And Zoo? Can we do that? No, this entire crowd is Smash 4 guys, and we are Melee players, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
Zoo, get up here. We gotta talk to you. We gotta talk
Come
to
on
Zoo.
up here, Mr. Zoo.
Do you want to sit over here? Zoo, do you want to sit over here? Zoo, do you want to? No, you should sit. No. Troll.
Texas, no. No, I think so. I'm sorry.
Well,
Spencer.
if Tafo comes back, then he's gonna need his seat unless Tafo's gonna sit over there. We'll sort it out when it happens. So welcome to the analyst desk at the Big House 5. We haven't done too much analysis yet. We've really been talking to players about their tournament experience, what kind of path they all went on.
We're analyzing the experience.
We are, and we're having a good time doing it,
Yes,
I think.
yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about your experience here at Big House 5, and then talk to us about your winners and losers paths.
Experience specifically what? Because Big House.
There's been a lot going on, you're right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing so far? Just one thing.
Dude, Cruz. Honestly, day one is usually kind of a lull. And I think, we've tried this at a bunch of tournaments where we have, some kind of special event or some kind of exhibition. But it never works out. The players either don't show up or it's, not super hype. But we had, all these crews, money on the line. Everybody was excited. And day one was honestly, it's probably going to be as much of a highlight as day 3. And that's very rare for a tournament, and I think that is a trend that we should keep on having.
I like that. I respect that.
Yeah, usually tournaments is the excitement. It slowly goes up, and then it hits this peak, and then you go home and you miss it all. But here you come, first day, you have a good day, and then already it's that exciting, and then second day, and then third day it's that exciting again.
Yep.
It's a great time. Tell us a little bit about your performance here at Big House 5.
So I got 17th, but, 17th buddies,
17th bros.
17th.
That's right.
We talked
That's
to a few
right.
17th placers now.
Straight out of top 8, right?
Oh, man.
No, so, I got 17th, but I feel like my road to 17th was, not as difficult as some of the other guys.
Okay.
So I ended up playing, so my road was, I had to beat Sauce, the Fox player from Canada. Very good. I think he suffers a little bit from, not being able to play as well in tournament compared to friendlies. So, maybe easier than it could have been because sometimes he's just doesn't play as well as he could.
I'm sorry, you were playing Sheik?
No, I went all Falco.
You went all Falco here?
Except, no, I did go a little bit of Sheik, and I will get to that.
Okay.
Okay, you're getting into the spoilers now.
My bad.
No, it's good.
My
It
beat.
sets up some anticipation, right?
You're right,
That's very
right.
important. Everybody wants to hear about my
You don't have to
I
backpedal
wanna hear
for
about
me.
your Sheik.
You don't have to backpedal
I
want to
know what you're
it's
doing,
okay.
man.
All right, so tell us what happened after Sauce.
Dude, okay, so after Sauce, I had to play Rudolph, the Japanese...
The Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
Dude, that's a sick name, Rudolph the Sphinx.
Sphinx
It's a little
started.
intimidating. Like, never mind. Continue, please.
Yeah, all right. yeah. So he plays Marth. He has a lot of experience against Ko. He, as far as I knew, like just knows all about Falco. Has like gone to SoCal and done well against a Falco player. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be really, really hard. So I prepped a lot. I even like meditated a little bit before
you?
because I have like Marth anxiety. You know, I play Falco. Sometimes I like get in this like scramble situation. I get grabbed and I just die. That's some BS, man. Like that's like some stressful stuff. So I meditated a little bit. I felt good. I came to the match. I wasn't like really nervous or anything, and I beat him. So I was really happy about
Meditation, boys.
that.
Yeah.
What's? Oh, nice.
I was
nice,
getting
the
fist pounds from both sides. All right.
All right.
Yeah. So you went into that match, and what happened?
You know, things just kind of went my way. Like a lot of the stuff we've been working on. You know, just he wasn't ready for. So a lot of my like top platform setups, my laser setups. My combos were on point. I didn't get gimped. I didn't panic when, you know, he tried to throw out a wave dash like forward smash. You know, I avoided all that stuff. It's good. It's good, right?
Solid.
Solid.
Nice. And then what happened?
And then Liquid HUNGRYBOX happened. No, you know, I actually had a ton of fun playing him. I went into the match.
No, sorry.
I went into the match, you know, like pretty optimistic, like just thinking like, you know, I'm going to have some fun. I kind of knew that he was going to do his ledge stuff with me or against me, so I prepped with Abu, Prince Abu. Shout out to Prince Abu. Thank you so much for prepping me for that, because otherwise I might have killed myself afterwards. Thank you so much.
Prince Abu, the puff fluffer.
The puff fluffer.
Fluffer. Yes, he fluffs other. No, we don't want to
Yeah,
get into defining that word
so-
actually, so we're not going to address that. But yeah, you went into that match a little bit prepared. Didn't do as poorly as you could have. Cool. There's just like a voice in our headsets. Do you guys hear that? Because I don't
Yeah.
think the stream can hear that.
So the two fluffers are Sheridan and Prince Abu. I wonder how many sets HUNGRYBOX has lost.
I wonder
because of
who's
injury.
more effective. I think Abu has a better track record, right? Because like he's helped
He's
like
higher
left and right.
recommended.
Yeah.
I think
Doctors
it's
hate
actually
him.
gotten to the point as well where HUNGRYBOX has tried to reach out to Abu, right? and discuss the effects of Abu's activity.
Abu is too effective. He's too
They're getting rough
effective.
with HUNGRYBOX. He doesn't like it.
All right. So
Yeah.
you lost to HUNGRYBOX. He put you into losers.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Oh man, I played Slayer, who is another like multi-main. So of course he went Marth against me. You know, and that was very similar to Rudolph. He was a little bit tougher because he was a little more aggressive and more willing to take risks.
Oh, okay.
And as a result, that led to more conversions on his part, and you know, caught me off guard. So that was a little bit harder than my set with Rudolph, but I still 2-0'd him, so pretty comfortably. And then after that, I had ESAM. So this is kind of this is where like, you know, I got 17th, and I didn't feel like my bracket was maybe as challenging as some of the other ones. Not to say that ESAM is not like a challenging player, because like I actually really struggled in that set, but he was like he was in the part of the bracket where Drug Fox got knocked out early by Ginger, and then ESAM, you know, gave Ginger the smackdown because Ginger is not as familiar with Samus, as far as I know. So, you know, then I had to play the loser of like ESAM and someone else, when it would have been like, you know, Drug Fox, most likely. That was what was predicted, or someone else. So, yeah, basically I had to play ESAM.
Wait, do you know who that someone else is?
Or Dark Atma, I guess. The loser of Dark Atma and Drug Fox, if Drug Fox made it through all the way.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so after your set with ESAM, actually,
dude, my set with ESAM was crazy.
yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Dude, he destroyed me game 1.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he like destroyed me, and then game 2, like he like immediately 0 to death me. So I was like, oh man,
So you didn't think about Sheik at all at this point. You were like, I have to do this.
it gets interesting.
Okay.
It gets
I
very
was
interesting.
curious where the Sheik was coming.
Dude, thank you for reminding me, because this sets it up. I'm gonna like get the narrative ready. But
All right, we're in there.
I make a comeback on game 2, which is sick, because I'm pretty sure if I just like didn't pull through. I would have just lost the set, and I would have just been a 25th place buster. We couldn't have done that this pound. 17th boys,
17th
girls,
place.
whatever. So I won that match. And then third game, takes me to Fountain. Same kind of thing. Like, he almost immediately, like, kills me, I think. And I feel like I kind of made a comeback, like, midway through the match. And then, I'm like, okay, I'm up 2-1. I'm feeling, like, pretty comfortable. I have a match to play with. I'm going to go Sheik. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I didn't think too hard about it. I'm just like, I have a match to play with. I'm going to do it. And then he switches to Fox because he played so many Sheik Samus matchups. And because there's been so many, like, Sheik Samus matchups throughout the day, I think, that he was like, man, like, I just don't want to play this anymore. It's too hard. I'm going to go Fox. And the moment he picked Fox, I'm like, yeah, all right. All right, let's go. And immediately I got, like, a tech chase, and it was just like, I don't know. And so, I won the last game pretty comfortably. Plup was sitting behind me, and Plup was like, hey, Sam, why'd you go Fox? Like, should have gone Samus. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, but, I'll take it.
We take those for sure. And then who did you play after Esam?
Swedish Delight.
It doesn't sound like that went very well. Tell us what happened.
Dude, okay, so I went into that set as Falco, Blue Falco against his Sheik on Battlefield. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this out. I think I should be okay. No, man. Like, immediately, like, within 10 seconds, he, like, gets, like, a jab, something. He sets up a grab. I'm at, like, 20%, and he straight up reaction tech chases me to death. I tried everything. I tried ambiguous DI to mix up the side that I'm on. I tried to do standing techs, which he just reacts to. I tried to do teching away, which he reacts to. I did no tech, which he just waits and reacts to. I changed up the timing for those. I tried, teching to the side so that I get edge guarded. No, just edge guarded me. So I just got 0 to death like 4 times, and he basically like 3-stocked me. And it wasn't close, and it felt miserable. I literally like did nothing that entire match. It was like I literally just did not play the game, so I wasn't very happy about that. So I'm like, all right, well, either I gamble and I try to do that again, or Sheik.
Okay. So you have been picking up Sheik recently. Tell us about this.
Did he chain grab you to death?
Wait, let him answer the question.
That's a really good point because it's like, he was already chain grabbing me to death.
Right.
When I was Falco, but like
now you can do it back.
I can do it back. And that's a great thing to have in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then knowing that you can do that, you also know that your opponent has that fear of you being able to do that. So it's like, I feel like I'm more threatening as Sheik as well. So like I pick Yoshi's and I go Sheik, and it's like I'm like winning. I'm like out neutraling him, and I'm like up like I think like 2 or like 4 to 2 stocks or something. And it's like going great. I'm like, oh man, like my Sheik is like it's like doing stuff. But I end up losing because like I've only been playing Sheik for 4 months. And I like end up suiciding, and like there's like situations that you're not just like super familiar with. I end up like killing myself. There, I don't know. So so that didn't turn out too well. Like I ended up losing, but there's like hope. Like I feel like in the long run there's some hope.
Do you feel like you've learned something? Like you gave Falco another shot here at the Big House, and I know it's something that you didn't really want to be doing. Like we had pretty much only been working on your Sheik for the last few months, and we came into it like in the cruise we had an unfortunate performance from your Falco. Mm-hmm. What? Tell me, what are you going to do about your Falco going out of Big House?
I think I'm going to keep my Falco mostly for just certain matchups. Definitely for Fox. I think I might actually keep Falco for Marth instead of Sheik. I don't know. But I don't like Falco versus Sheik, and I don't like Falco versus Falcon right now in particular. Those two are very, very hard for me. The new school Sheik and Falcon are very difficult. I really like Sheik Dittos and Sheik versus Marth. I played a lot against Johnny today, STJ, and I was pretty comfortable. So I think it's going to be a dual main. Maybe even a tri-main. I might have Fox, in there as well. So I don't know.
Well, I have 2 interesting thoughts about that, actually. First, I remember you always talking about, I hate Falco Fox, I want to switch a lot of time because of Falco Fox. So that's the first confusing thing.
Yeah.
The other confusing thing is you liked, or it was, I don't remember the other thing now. Because
sick.
Yeah, because this happens. So let's talk about that.
Yes. Falco Fox has been a point of frustration, but then I did Sheik Fox. I'm like, man, this is like kind of harder.
Oh, okay.
It made me appreciate what I had as Falco.
All right, well, there you go.
Welcome
Grass is
to my
greener, huh?
world playing against Fox.
Dude, it's like really hard, but it also is satisfying. But it's mostly hard. Like there are times where I'm like, yeah, like this matchup with Sheik is like sick. I get a grab and I can kill him. But like 90% of the time, I'm like, man, like neutral is just really difficult. Whereas like with Falco, it's kind of the opposite, where like I'm winning neutral most of the time because I have lasers and stuff. But like when I get hit, I die. But when I hit Fox, I kind of kill him. So I don't know. I would rather have a less stressful neutral, I think. I mean, just like balancing the two, I think I would prefer going Falco against Fox. Still frustrating, but it's more frustrating as Sheik. I think Sheik has shown me that, like, yeah, I didn't actually have it that bad.
This is a good experience then. This is good. This is a good test. Learning a lot about other perspectives, other things to enhance your own perspective. I like that. I respect that.
Poor Tafo, man. Always having to deal with those Foxes.
Before he picked up Sheik, he talked at length about how easy Sheik had it because she had that down throw tech chase and completely ignored everything else that Sheik had to go through to get that position.
You know what's crazy? I think I'm actually, like, the way my Sheik plays is the exact opposite. I suck at reaction tech chases. I think my neutral's actually pretty good.
It's different.
Yeah. Oh, different, like my neutral?
Yeah, it's very different.
In what way,
Is
though?
that good, though?
It's more movement based, and it relies on throwing hitboxes rather than kind of playing the footsies grounded game and looking for grabs. So it's like almost the polar opposite. It's very Dewan Shroomed-esque.
There's a lot of platform influence,
Yeah.
especially coming from the way he plays Falco now.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the way Dewan plays Sheik. His Sheik is so inspiring.
You hear that? You hear
Yeah,
that?
I love his Sheik.
West
All right.
Coast.
Anyway,
You haven't asked anything. You're sitting over in the wrong seat now. I feel like
I know.
Our flow's all messed up.
This is the Zeus.
no, he's coming back over here.
And it's okay. I don't know. It's kind of interesting because I've known you for like 8 years, and you've cycled through every character in the book. I've seen you play Ice Climbers. I've seen you play Sheik, Marth, Fox, Falcon, and now we're back on Sheik. So it's interesting that you're going full circle.
My first tournament, I played all of those characters that you listed, plus 2 more.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So it's very cool to see you pick up a new Sheik. I think defensive style is definitely defensive reactionary style definitely suits you a lot better. And whereas Falco has to take initiative in a lot of the matchups, I feel like that's out of your comfort zone. Not to say that you can't do it, but I feel like you're more comfortable with that Sheik gameplay. So I think it was a good change.
Thank you. That's something that Cactuar and I kind of worked on for a long time. And it took a really long time to come to that conclusion. You know, it's really tricky because it's like, you know, like deciding that like, hey, like maybe girlfriend or boyfriend that you've been dating for like 8 years is like just not the one. Maybe this it's like having like a hard, like, you know, the real conversation with yourself and like telling yourself that like maybe this is not the right person for you.
But aren't you still playing Falco?
I am, but you know, like not the only.
Just a little on the side.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
some-
Maybe
there's
we
some
should see other
multi-thing
people
going on here.
Maybe
What
we
you're
should
telling
see other people on the side.
Oh, together.
Together.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right, well, we have our next guest waiting on the side of the stage. Are there any like shout-outs you'd like to give before you head out of here?
Shout outs to Sheik. Shout outs to Dewan. Shout outs to Big House for, man, this tournament is amazing. As amazing as Big House 4 was last year, I think like this has been a dramatic change in tournament experience, I think, overall. So the staff, Juggle Guy, obviously, SmashGG. Man, we can go on and on. The
You're not going to
production
shout out
guys.
to Smash Practice? What do you... Come on.
I mean, like, Smash. Shout outs to us. Shout outs to you. I can't shout out myself.
Yeah, you can.
Why? Why do you shout out yourself?
Well,
That's
Scar
weird.
likes his own Facebook posts.
Oh boy.
That's a real thing. He definitely does that. All right.
All right.
Thank you for coming on to the analyst desk with us here at Big House 5.
Great to have you, Zoo.
Dude, good
See you later.
to see you guys again, especially you, Kevin. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long
Yeah, it's
time.
been a minute.
Yeah, a
I'll try to
long,
be around
long
more.
minute.
All right, Tafo.
Yeah.
Switch seats. Switch seats. Got my flow all thrown off.
Yeah. We're back in there though. See you, dude.
Dude, he had a fun, interesting run, and he got to play with a new character. He just picked up Sheik this summer.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is this?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel.
Sit down. Sit down. We'll just go right into it.
Uh,
HUNGRYBOX, You missed us all. We were talking about Zoo running into you in winners, and all of us collectively just went, ah!
Good to have you here, HUNGRYBOX. How you doing today?
I'm happy to be here, man. Yeah, Zoo was the first to taste the future of Puff.
Okay. What's the future like?
The moment I get a lead,
I have to tell you something.
I'm getting out of there, man.
Yeah, so Mewtwo King had predicted that this was the future of Puff back in like 2006. How do you feel to be like
The fulfillment.
representing, fulfilling Mewtwo King's dream?
Yeah. More importantly, you proved him right. How did you? Is that something you want?
I think the reason I proved him right is because Mewtwo King was one of the one of the iconic first really good technical foxes. Like he's been pro since the days of Ken Isaiah, PC Chris. He's still been good, and he's played Fox that entire time. And he was like one of the first guys to see the brokenness of Fox Laser. So it was only a matter of time. It took like maybe 7 years after he said it for Foxes to actually learn how to space with laser. And when you're Puff, you're that lightweight, and you have no projectile, and you're at a disadvantage, you know that you have to approach Fox. And Puff approaching Fox is, it's really bad.
You don't have to. There's another option, isn't there?
You can get a lead.
You can get the lead
How do you
somehow.
get- somehow, right?
And
then guess what? You have a stock lead. I can be at 984%. It's still good. You have to come towards me. That's
Still good.
So
there is a clock, and until that rule gets changed, there's no clock on the timer screen anymore. I'm playing that strategy.
So at 984%, there is a move that could kill you.
Oh, there's many moves incoming.
Well, yes, but
Fox can breathe on me. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. But one of the moves he can breathe on you with is down tilt.
Down tilt.
Which Armada used at Evo. What will you do about Armada's new discovery? If you
know-
don't want to talk about it, you can just say, I can do something.
Down tilt works, when the Puff messed up spacing.
Okay, so you have practiced.
Something like that.
So you've gone on net play, and you have humiliated people.
People forget, they think that he's edge camping, he's going to time him out. What if I told you that I'm edge camping you, not to time you out, but to make you come to me?
Okay.
What if I told you that if Fox at the edge, we still have the same neutral, Fox has a slight advantage, but the moment I get that grab on the edge, how much bigger chance to have it killing you? Especially when I have a stock lead, especially on the top 8 stage when there's pressure on the line. I'm just saying, I think it's definitely, as Puff, you'd be stupid to not do that at that point. Playing against a Fox like Mango, like Armada, like Leffen, these laser mongrels, right? Like, why would I not do that? And the moment anyone says anything about it, like he's ruining the game, I just admire how naive and how bad some of those people are at Smash Bros. For not, at this point, understanding how necessary it pretty much is.
So based on your language, I'm going to take a wild guess here. I would say there's some hatred towards Fox with what you're doing. How motivated is that by hate?
I mean, all I'm saying is if Fox wasn't in this game, I'd buy all you guys dinner. That's all. Every night.
Wow. Well, I think that is
With your tournament winnings, right?
It's exactly right.
Right, that's right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we know.
All right, let's move beyond the strategy. Tell us a little bit about your experience here at Big House 5. What has been awesome for you so far?
I'm pretty sure Big House has now replaced Apex as the premier Smash event. Rip Apex, but you gotta give it up to Juggle Guy. I mean,
Doing a great job.
That man runs a tight ship. He's got volunteers on volunteers everywhere, and setups friendlies everywhere. The all-night room. It's just essentially everything you want from a tournament. I use a TO, and I'm not 1/10 of the TO that he was, so it's definitely inspirational for me to see someone who really has his stuff together and giving everyone it's worth the money. It's worth the venue fee to come to an event this great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite thing been so far?
I'm actually really liking the instant replays on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm liking this desk a lot, and I'm liking a lot of the the flares he added. There's a big house backdrop here with all the names of all the players I think who've ever attended Big House, or maybe just Big House 5. And it's just very organized. At one point there was 4 stream matches happening at once, which I don't think we've ever seen at a Smash tournament. And he's setting the bar. This is what it's come to now. All the other TOs need to step it up, but I'm really confident that Genesis 3 is going to be quite a time. If you are in California and you've ever even heard of the word Smash, please go to Genesis 3. I think it's going to be amazing. And I think we're going to break 2K for Melee. That's my prediction.
That'll be awesome.
And it's going to happen.
All right, so aside from Zoo, tell us about your run-through winners so far.
Let me see if I remember. First,
You
I
had
had
Zoo,
right.
Atma,
Zoo 2-0, Dark Atma
3-1.
3-1. Dark Atma bodied me horribly on Yoshi's, and then I'm like, okay. But I just did the same strategy over again, but I did it better. That's why 3-5s are good. It gives you the players more time to adapt. because you can't just play the matchup anymore. You gotta play Dark Atma.
Yeah.
So
right? That's how it works with Fox.
I have a question for you. How confident are you when you're up 2-0 on a Fox in a set?
Oh,
a best of 5?
That's
like,
one of the rare occasions where I'll stop edge camping. I'll be at 102% and just run towards him and grab him.
Like, because like they have to beat you on Dreamland twice.
Yeah. And
Like-
so unless you're Armada, it's not gonna happen. I don't think.
Well, Mutaking did it at Paragon.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Rip. No, wait, no.
Didn't
He did it once, not twice.
Oh, no, he did the last 2 games, right? Game 4,
No,
game
no.
5.
Yeah, I beat him on Battlefield twice, and then he beat me on Dreamland once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, you got it.
Try to call him out now, Tafo. Look at
I
this.
feel like an idiot
That's
now.
messed up.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Turned it around.
Mewtwo King and his great Jason says, hey, if you go Dreamland, I'm going to go Puff. So I'm like, okay, let's go Battlefield. Then I beat him, and then Game 5, I'm going to go Puff. I'm like, then go Puff, Jason. Do it. He's like, no, we agreed to not go there. I'm like, we didn't agree to jack. So I almost had a nice little quabble with him on stage, but I love Jason. He's a good teammate. But damn it, Jason, we didn't agree to that.
All right, so 3-1 against Dark Atmo. Then what happened?
Then I played Ice, and Ice has the European style. It's a very, very technical style on the ground, especially. That's what I've noticed. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but Ice actually gave me one of the biggest heart attacks ever playing him at Apex 2015. He used Sheik and Zelda. First time I came like this close to looking death in the face, and then I just barely clutched it out. He would, butter me up with Sheik, and then go Zelda, and I'm like, what's this guy? And the moment I went with my face, I got a big back air to the face, and I would just die and die and die over and over. So that was crazy. I thought I was out right there, and I was going to definitely have to reevaluate everything. But the fact that he went Fox is the first time I think I fought as Fox in tournament. So I beat him 3-0. Went close games, Pokemon Stadium twice, I think. And so, but it worked. It was the same strategy. Get the lead, retreat, and play his patience, play his nerves.
How was he trying to counter that strategy once he ran into it?
So I noticed every Fox has their own little flair, their own little trick arsenal.
Yeah.
I think he was a fan of running off the edge and back airing me, going back onto the stage, or shining me there. And he was trying to own the edge first. He had one attempt where he down tipped me and it worked, but the rest of it, he was just waiting for me, and I was waiting for him. So, and sometimes what I do is, well, I've said enough.
Okay.
Everyone can. Nothing I've said is news to you guys. You guys have all seen what I've been doing, right? But it's the parameters of when to do it. That's something I'll give to myself.
I have an interesting question for you. So the people that have dabbled in illegal private messaging games seem to do really well against you.
So the guys who like they ask another Puff to help them warm up.
Something like that, yeah.
No. The private messaging game.
Which one is that?
Like Professor Pro, who is good at that game. And Lucky.
Tafo, stop with the puns. PM, thank you. All right, yeah, he beat me at Paragon.
And like Lucky dabbles in PM a lot.
Yes, he does.
And I feel like Foxes have to play a certain style in that game that actually plays pretty well against Puff. Like, is there something you notice about those type of Foxes?
The only thing I notice if I play PM all day, then I play Melee. Not a good idea. maybe that's your coincidence right there. But I'm gonna stop entering PM at the same day as Melee Nationals. Answer's good money. Paragon had the huge pop bonus, so I had to, and I still got 4th place. But at the same time, I don't think it's worth it. I think, especially like this new game, Rivals of Ether that came out. I played it once, like this is cool. I'm never gonna play this again because you can't grab and there's no edge grabs, and I'm just like, it's so like Melee, but it's not at all. So I'm just, you can't dabble in that too much. Mango's different, but I'm really grounded in sort of the mechanics of Melee. So if anything's too similar to all of it, I get desynced.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know.
Because the values of each option are different.
Yes.
Makes sense to me. I think as a top level player, it's a good idea. Stick to what you sponsored for.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to let everyone down again. So, but I'm excited because I think I've had a pretty good run of results this past 4 nationals. I've gotten 2nd place every time except Paragon. I just won game 4 against Mewtwo King and not been a complete buster. But apart from that, it was
I have a question for you, Kevin, PP.
Okay.
Because I never get to top 8. What is it like to play HUNGRYBOX when the stakes are high?
HUNGRYBOX when the stakes are high. Well, I will say, we haven't played since your new strategy debut.
right.
I imagine you would use that against me. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You would not.
Oh, you don't play Fox.
That's true, and I will not.
That's the only character that matters.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's news to me, first of all.
You know why I don't use it against you?
Why?
Because your character can't kill me off a grab at 40%. Your character can't
true.
have a guaranteed kill if I miss a rest at 25%.
Sometimes Marth can do it.
Sometimes Marth can do it. Yes. Marth. Yes. Marth. No. Fox
We can
only.
talk about that later, you know?
If I'm feeling extra grimy, if I'm feeling extra like I really want to just make everyone hate me even more, I'll do it against the Falcon.
Okay.
Sometimes, but
So maybe I can earn that one day.
if you can't, maybe
if
you
I'm
can.
lucky. So I played HUNGRYBOX before when I wasn't, so lucky sometimes. And
Let's be honest, PP. Any tournament that's not Evo, you kind of just kick my poop in pretty much. So.
well,
But
that's not what the people are saying right now. They're saying Evo is what matters. So
I think I'm fourth, honestly. That's me, in my
Okay.
personal opinion.
Okay.
Only because I think like I've been consistent enough.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're doing your thing. I totally get that, and hopefully you come to a tournament soon.
absolutely, I'm working on it.
Exactly, but I think to be sort of ranked up there, even in top 3 or whatnot, I think attendance consistency is an important thing.
Sure.
And I hope you can respect. I'm not trying to
Oh,
this
yeah.
or anything.
No,
it's just like
that's fine.
It's sort of like a
Top
think
player.
LeBron James just like saying, I choose to not go to these NBA finals. It's hard to gauge him against
Yeah,
critics,
absolutely, and
Right.
I don't fault anyone for that.
I'm not in the realm of the
it's uncertain at best.
What is your opinion of the current rankings right now?
Well,
And you could
I was
completely
let me
honest.
answer Tafo's question
Sure, yeah,
first
yeah.
because I haven't answered what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually like to play you yet.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So playing our good friend Liquid HUNGRYBOX in top 8, it's very different from playing him in friendlies or playing him earlier in bracket. Actually, I specifically remember a time where I was playing Fox against you. You came to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I came to visit you. We were playing friendlies.
First time we
and-
played in about over half a year, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And I was learning a lot of the matchup because I was so curious and I was doing pretty well. And then at the end you said, let's play a serious set. And I was like, okay. I'm expecting more of the same. Your timing's really tightened up. You were hitting harder. And it was disorienting, it was confusing because things that I expected were working less.
Right.
And so that's the difference. And you've mentioned many times that you tighten up, you really play better when the stakes are high, and that's something respectable. A lot of people go the other direction; they play better in friendlies and worse in tournaments. So for you to be able to do that is a big deal. And in top 8, I think that tighter timing, unless sometimes when matches get close,
Right.
but that happens to everyone. So generally speaking, I think that you really keep the timings tight. And to speak more specifically about interacting with your style, your decision making, I have to be very focused.
Right.
You will, and whether you are on the edge or you're in the air, it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of decisions that don't end up people don't see because
Yeah.
you're making it a very long calculated game, and I respect that.
Right.
And I have to be at any moment saying if you come down in a certain way, if there are lots of different angles you can approach at, you have so many jumps, you can jump it so many times. There's edge cancels, there's platforms. I have to be making sure that I'm covering at least my head, at least keeping my space safe. And then if I'm fortunate enough to control the airspace around you, I can maybe push you a certain way, but it's difficult because you're so good at weaving, you're so good at knowing when someone wants to come and jump and hit you, and you've really mastered that, and you're also good at coming down and converting.
Before we leave this thought, I completely agree with what you're saying. You not only need to, because Puff has an angle that comes down, you not only need to guess where I'm going to come down, you have to execute the proper tech to punish me. And I think
That's the hard part. People are like, oh yeah, no, he's coming, and then they're facing the right way, or
Yes.
they're like, oh, now he's coming down, and I was used to watching him, and it looks silly. It looks like it almost shouldn't work. But the thing is, you lull someone to sleep in a way, and I don't mean it like that. I mean it in the best way possible. I honestly do.
Do you want to know what I see when I'm coming down against you? And instead of seeing your Falco, like if this is FD right here, this table is, and I'm like right here, coming down, right, with Puff, pink controller, this is you, right? I just don't see this. I see this right here. Water everywhere. I see this entire pillar of just potential.
And that is
like this is Falco is not actually like 4 foot tall. He's actually 30 feet tall.
Right.
Because he can jump super fast.
Super
So
high, and
I
the
don't
back
go,
air is big.
and it's more of like an oval, right? So
Right.
I don't go anywhere. I stay out of that parabola, dude.
You'll
I
mess
stay
with
tangent. I stay tangent, right?
You'll mess with it and make me try to
Right,
come in,
yes,
put me in lag, maybe
yes.
punish, or come down.
Like when you thumb wrestle, it's like I'm gonna fuck.
Right,
yeah.
like that.
It's just like
and
that.
And I respect the long-term calculated game.
Yeah,
and
pretty
it's very cool.
And you mentioned that sort of when I get that tightened up focus and whatnot, when I say let's play serious or on top 8, perhaps part of the reason I'm such a diva when well, I know what I am.
You're honest with yourself. I respect
know what I
that.
am. Come on, everyone knows it. So the reason I pop off so friggin' hard is because I don't know if you see me when I play in this serious match. I get this look in my eye. I feel like I'm in a different body when I play. I'm just so I feel like my life is on the line, and that's so stupid of me to do it, but I do it anyway. It's worked so far. But like, I'm so afraid of losing. God, I hate it so much. So like, that's why I put so much of my mental fortitude. And it's probably gonna give me like a back problems when I'm older or something like that. I'm probably gonna be like diabetic for some reason. I don't even know. It's gonna be bad. It's definitely.
Stress can do crazy things to a person's
Oh,
body.
my legs gonna be amputated when I'm 40. But like, for the time being, I can tell my grandkids, yeah, but I went with Puff that one time. So it's totally worth it. Anyways, the point is, everyone has a different mindset when they're in the top level versus friendlies. And I feel like if there isn't something on the line, rather than just pride or words, if there's something physical, money, or a ranking, or well, ranking is physical, but it's official, right?
Right.
If something like that isn't on the line, it is hard for me to get into that, unhealthy Smash 6 style that works so well.
But you're really pushing yourself in the sense.
Oh, yes.
You're growing in that way. You're really seeing what you're capable of. In that sense, it is healthy. So
Yeah.
it's healthy and unhealthy at the same time, perhaps.
I think everyone, if it's not Smash, everyone should find a passion in life. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And my brother, he's also struggled with depression. He's going through the same thing right now, and he's found different outlets to do so. He's played Smash 4, and I've always tried to encourage him to do so. And Smash, don't get me wrong, it can be both a thing that makes you very happy and an extremely horrible, debilitating thing, depending on how you look towards it. And I know you felt that, and I have felt
Yes,
it
sir.
too, but I've been far less open about it. But I've been in some very bad spots from Smash, from Melee, many times.
Well, I'm proud of you for pulling through.
Yeah, a lot of the times you need just a couple of support group people there to sort of bring you back to your purpose and reasoning. Like, you know why you're here. Your people still support you. It was a match that went wrong. It's not your fault.
Sure.
You got outplayed. You're a human being. It happens, and that's what you
No,
have
it
to know.
can't.
What?
Johns.
Exactly, Johns. Exactly. There you go. But everyone knows at this point, 14 years down the line, Melee will take you for a ride.
Oh, yes, sir.
We've all four of us, I'm sure, have dedicated sweat and blood because we love it. At the end of the day, it's like raising a child. Like, he might completely annoy you and drive you crazy, but you love that kid more than anything else.
Shout outs to Mango.
Shout outs to Mango.
Shouts to Mango.
Dude, something's been bugging me this entire time.
How good Mango is in Cruise?
I gotta ask you.
That bugs me pretty.
I've gotta ask you. Do you realize that you put your controller like face down on the table?
Yeah, I did. Is that not kosher?
Is what?
The analog
I
stick.
guess that is a little different. I don't do that, but I didn't really think much of it.
Maybe like as a non-spacey man, you wouldn't freak out about that. But like as a spacey player, like my control stick being face down
It
on
still
a surface.
turns left and right fine.
I think that there is not. Let me take the engineering approach here. Let's make a force diagram. Yeah, this is not located in the middle of the stick. It's located on the side. So half of the weight of this already lightweight controller fell out of this, by the way.
You're right. Oh, you took out the rumble and everything. Okay.
So whoever gave the controller me did all that. So it is
nice.
very lightweight.
That feels
controller.
good.
But if you do, that to your controller, that's probably not.
You wouldn't want to do that.
Yes. Definitely not.
That's
Well,
bad.
I learned something new today.
Yes.
That was a good observation, Cactus.
Thank you.
Good response, HUNGRYBOX.
And shout outs for Canada for giving me this, like, headband incorporated controller. I still don't know how I did it. It's really sick though.
That's awesome. It's an awesome controller.
It was a very nice Evo gift. So Cactuar, question for you.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you so much for doing this sick analyst test.
Yeah, no problem. Thank Tapo, actually. He's the one
I'm very
who really
happy.
organized all
I'm
this.
very happy we're becoming ESPN. And I mean that actually not sarcastically. This is sick.
Yeah.
What was, in your opinion, the greatest hypest set of today?
I mean, I was watching like the reverse side of a bait versus duck, and the thing that happened.
Wait, a bait versus S2J or duck?
Versus duck.
Oh, versus duck. I don't think I saw
Versus
that one.
duck. I personally found that like very exciting from the backside of it. There was a moment where a bait was just kind of like popping off on FOD, even though he wasn't in the lead, and I'm like, that's when you know somebody's just like really like in the moment. He's just like having a good time. He's still going for the things that like characterize who he is as a player, like the things that he finds fun. He was just going for Shoryukens, kind of wildly against Duck's shield. And
He was doing some crazy stuff for sure.
Yeah, that was actually a personal favorite of mine from today.
Oh, well, yeah. I definitely love the fact that, sort of S2J versus a bait was decided by a sort of 1 in 100 glitch. But
That's insane.
That's how Melee goes. That was insane.
Was that yours of the day?
That moment was the one where I definitely, pissed myself the most for sure. I only changed pants 3 times today. It was a record, actually. Usually it's 4 or 5. But
We actually waste a lot of time going back to our rooms and changing our outfits.
the unspoken tournament logistical struggle.
Behind the scenes, guys. It's Illuminati stuff.
All right, so into top 8, what are you looking forward to most that is not your own sets?
I'm looking forward to see how Mewtwo King versus Armada. I'm really curious about. And obviously Armada overwhelming favorite to win that right now. But Jason has this ability, I think, on certain days to like understand a player for no reason, right? A player who's lost you for years, and one day just think like, oh my God, I get it now. I'm sorry, Zero's about to.
Sorry, yeah.
This
Smash
is a
4 is also going on, and the room is
This
getting
is a
really
super
excited.
hype set. Give me one.
The percents are at 150 versus 120, so we got another like maybe 70% to exchange in this last stock.
Here at the Melee
no.
Analyst desk.
And-
Oh,
and-
you got it. You got it. Yeah, sorry. You know, zeros and losers.
All right, so
That's
Mewtwo
all.
King.
Yes,
Mewtwo King on some days just has it clicks for him.
It clicks for him, right? I mean, he has a Sheik, Marth, and Fox. If he chooses the right one, the right stage, and the right day, you're in a very bad trouble. I don't care what your name is, Armada or Mango, he's still Mewtwo King, right? The guy has massive frame data, and if he lets his emotions not get in the way, he's a Smash God. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And when's the last time we saw Armada Mewtwo King? When is the last time?
2014, I
Evo?
believe. Evo.
It's been over a year?
It's been. They have not played in 2015.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying,
That's a big deal.
right? Even me and Mango are 1-1 right now. Might change really soon, but it's actually going to change, definitely. But what I'm saying is, I see a chance of Armada losing to Mewtwo King.
Okay.
A realistic chance.
Oh, snap.
I'm actually kind of excited. It's been such a long time, and
Yeah.
even 3 months in Smash these days is a lot.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry, but
So I was talking with, who was it on with? Maybe it might have been Armada, but somebody. We were saying about Mewtwo King in particular, like all of the different God level players have at different times like given a tremendous amount of respect to Mewtwo King because he can turn up in that way on any given day. And I don't know, I would really like to see him do that today.
That would be pretty cool. I think
would.
you know everyone wants to talk about the return of the king.
It's always hype. Even if you lose the
Sephiroth
tournament,
Ken, yeah. I'm really excited for
Oh,
that
I
too.
love that guy, King of Smash. You know what I mean? Woo!
and Mewtwo King
Let's
is
go
a
Team
Big House
Liquid.
master. He got first at Big House 3, featuring U2.
Oh,
as
first
the-
time he beat me in 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
That tournament.
And then Big House 4, people forget he got second
place.
That's right.
He is. This is his tournament,
It
man.
was the
I don't-
quietest second place that nobody talks about, but he did get second place.
I don't think anyone saw Mango winning that event. That was sort of well, actually no, he won Evo and all that, but
Yeah,
he was
he had
a
a
loser.
good 2014.
He was a loser early on. Mewtwo King destroyed
Right.
him, and then he just like I'm just gonna beat Lucky, beat everyone, and it was crazy.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Well, do you have any last shout-outs to the stream?
Shout outs to Team Liquid, of course, getting me here, getting my other teammates here. Shout outs to y'all putting on a great show so far.
Thank you.
People have been talking about it in the crowd; they really enjoy it. Shout outs to Robin Harn, Joe Guy,
Absolutely.
the standard TO for the time being, and shout outs to Panda Bear and Danny here. He's been playing me, warming me up for like the past 17 hours.
So he's your fluffer.
Don't stop. We gotta move away from the term fluffer
yeah,
because it's
that-
eventually gonna
that's,
require explanation.
Okay,
I'm not willing to go
It's like
into it.
YP. It's like YP, right?
Yellow Pages.
We don't use that on Steam.
Isn't a fluffer the person that
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
No.
you know what I'm thinking about? Right
Prepares you for the tournament
Prince
set.
of Boo.
Exactly.
now?
That's
Prepares you for the smashing, right?
Yeah.
Prince of Boo.
that's the one.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you, HUNGRYBOX, for joining us on the analyst desk here.
One more shout out.
Oh.
Shout outs to U.S. Customs, ironically and sarcastically, for not letting in a person who was just here like 2 weeks ago for the same reason, and then for no reason. You know how angry I would be if I flew to Sweden? I'm there 15 minutes, you gotta fly back?
That sucks.
I just quit. I would quit.
That sucks.
That would be horrible.
That sucks.
I would just like find a way to just like, I don't know.
It feels like one of those Kaizo Mario games where you get to the end and then you die and then you have to start all over.
I'll say this: my mom has dealt with immigration stuff for a very long time because we were all immigrants here. I'm not even a citizen yet; I'm a resident, U.S. resident, finally, thankfully. But we believe Ham to left, and he can tweet at me as he always does incorrectly, or be a complete wrong idiot. Sometimes he is. But we think that when he went to U.S., they asked him, "What are you here for?" He said, "A tournament." I think they asked him, "Are you sponsored?" And him, being a Smash player, says, "Well, I am sponsored by TSM." When an immigration officer says to you, "Are you sponsored?" that means, are you basically written into work for a U.S. company by a U.S. company that you are salaried paid for? Are you here on a work visa? Are you sponsored? I think that is where things might have gotten hazy.
Yeah.
And by the time Leffen was trying to correct himself, perhaps it seemed suspect or suspicious. And tensions are all-time high right now because this country is this country. It's silly, you know.
Yeah.
The wrong words can completely inhibit someone who deserves to come to this country a lot.
But hopefully he'll know better for next time. And
I mean,
that's all
yeah,
we
it's
can
a
do.
learning lesson, right? At least
Yeah.
it was, you know, this and not EVO 2016.
Yeah.
Even though this is the second biggest tournament of all time, it still is a damn shame. And I wish he was here. I wish. Fun fact: we haven't not had all 6 of the big 6 compete in a tournament ever. I don't think. After Leffen ascended to.
Is that mostly his fault though?
No, wait. Am I wrong about that? EVO 2014.
Apex?
Apex 2015.
We were all there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
This guy won it.
That was the last. Well,
all 6 of us?
Evo?
Yeah.
No,
Who
M2K
was-
wasn't there anymore.
Oh. No, MTK
No,
about
Apex.
9.
No, EVO 2015 he didn't go.
Yeah, but Apex was the last turn.
Yeah, Apex was.
Okay, there's not a single tournament that I think all the big 6 in top 8 for one tournament ever.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think that's ever happened.
MLG?
We're making
Hashtag
claims that
Tafokints.
instantly refuting.
Hashtag Tafokints.
I don't
Let's
know
get
why.
it trending, guys.
Why I'm even fighting Tafel on this. I'm wrong. He's right. Whatever.
Well, it needs to happen again, right?
I think the fans want it. It's been a while. All right. So thank you.
When the timing is right, my friends.
Our next guest isn't
The
here yet,
Titans will
though.
flash.
You're
should-
welcome to hang out here until we can find him,
Well,
unless we have our
We
slides.
have about an hour to slides.
Okay.
Spencer, our magnificent person, could show us the bracket to top 8.
Oh, we're gonna see him right here. Oh, there they are.
Okay.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
that
that.
is-
It's beautiful,
That
right?
is a beautiful bracket
Yes, it is.
by any means of the word.
Do you like that you're above Mango?
Yeah, because you know it's foreshadowing, right?
We'll take every bit of symbols.
All
that
I'm
we can
seeing
get.
is HUNGRYBOX versus Armada winners finals right now. That's all I'm seeing.
Okay. We were talking about how M2K.
I'm gonna be so sad when I get bodied. I'm probably gonna get bodied. Let's be real. I don't know. Let's do
Don't think that way. Don't think that way.
It's-
You're going to camp ledge
Point-
so hard against him, he's not going to be able to do anything.
I'm gonna
You're going
make
to space all
sweet
your jumps
love.
back perfectly. You're going to get those regrabs and knock it down tilted. It's going to be amazing.
I'm gonna be tonguing that edge. You have no idea. It's gonna be really inappropriate for
It's
kids.
going to be like this.
Yes. Tafo, let go of that. What are you doing?
Thank goodness the
There's
camera
kids
is off.
watching.
So do we have the slides for Armada up? Oh, we have losers.
Oh, look at that hype. A bait. Oh my God, he made it top 8. I forgot.
Which one of these two sets is more exciting, in your opinion?
Dude, a bait shroomed.
Yes, a bait shroom.
Because
Bait
he's
shroom.
been doing work against every matchup today. He's on fire. First time Luigi's made top 8 out of 1,300 entrants. Think
That's
about
crazy.
all the talent here. And a bait made it.
So there's one concern I might have, and it is that oftentimes when there is a big amount of downtime between gameplay, you're on a hot streak.
Oh, yeah.
You're given a little bit of time to
Oh,
sit
yes.
there and think about what just happened. Do you think that a bait is going to be able to keep it together?
Yes.
Because this is his first time in top 8. This
Do
is
you know-
his first experience doing it like this.
Do you know why he's in top 8 today and why he's going to do well today? Because we are in the Midwest, boy. We are here. We are not too far-ish from Pittsburgh, still kind of pretty far.
We can hear him from here.
We can hear him from here, exactly. And the less you chop for a tournament, the better you do. I'm convinced, unless you're Armada. But I'm convinced hometown advantage, home reason advantage is definitely a thing.
Cool.
All right? It definitely is. Why do you think Mango does so horribly at Apex, destroys, you know, Evo's, not last one, but destroys, you know,
Does
West
really
Coast
well in
events.
Cali.
When press start, he was untouchable, you know. Home field advantage. I won Paragon. That's the one big tournament I won.
Good job.
In
We gotta
Orlando,
look at the
right?
slides.
So,
Good job, sir.
and when I went to North Carolina to play you, you just, right? I never existed. My career was over right there.
Should we go to the slides?
We have-
Our god.
Oh, look at him with his
okay.
trophy. What a cutie. Look at him.
Nice looking trophy.
You know what's crazy? Armada does not lose games.
Yeah,
Like, he
he-
barely loses games.
He's like, he walks up, he's like, okay, so I win first game, yes, and second game, no. Okay, I still win. He does that every single time. He didn't drop anything to SFAT or Javi.
No.
Man, what a jerk.
Javi had moments.
What a jerk.
Espat had moments. Cactuar, did you have moments?
I had no moments. I
No
had 0 moments. I was playing Marth versus his Peach, and I had no moments at all. I was really struggling
We'll
with the
have to
turnip
talk
game.
about that later,
We're
Cactus.
going to have to talk about it
Yeah,
later.
we'll talk about it
Oh,
later.
God.
You know, I pulled up some stats. So before we
Eh.
talk about the tournament placings, Armada has gone about 22-0 against top 30 level talent.
I guess these placings are decent. They're not bad, I guess.
See, these
I'm
are
impressed.
These are the last.
I'm impressed that he just went
Damn
to this
it.
many tournaments.
These are the last
No,
Thank
5
goodness the
events.
camera's not on.
Sorry, you were saying?
The last 5 events, Armada won DreamHack recently.
Yep.
Took Evo, really wanted that. I believe that's the Evo trophy in his hands.
Rip.
You're
Oh.
right.
Damn
The
it.
high HUNGRYBOX.
And you
Oh
know,
no! Thank goodness the camera's not on.
and Leffen, his evil arch nemesis, was one of the big reasons why he actually didn't get to win.
They did that on purpose.
Those tournaments.
Yeah. Thanks, Spencer.
Can we see Armada's stages?
I hate FOD.
And so this is just filtered for 2015. It is filtered also just for the Big Six.
Wow, so he sucks on Pokemon Stadium. By suck, I mean it's the only one he has anything losing at it ever.
Mostly due to Leffen.
I want to see I want to see my stages.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious.
That's coming.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a little surprised by his performance on Dreamland. What goes into that number?
Leffen.
That is entirely
Oh, that's all Leffen, yes.
And
So where's
HUNGRYBOX
this too?
and HUNGRYBOX.
He actually, I think, beats me more there now, I think, right?
Yeah, but if we're looking at the whole course of the whole year,
Oh, yeah.
you've actually taken a set off of Armada, right?
Yes, I have.
You've taken 2 sets.
I have?
I think so.
Cool. I had no idea.
Take it.
Paragon.
Paragon, I beat him.
And
FC.
Yes, 2 sets.
Oh, I'm a beast.
I think you're like 2.
Good job, HUNGRYBOX.
I did it.
You did it.
I
Got him.
Jason Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
from
Look at that
Cinnamon
smile.
Sim. How many sponsors will man have? Pepsi.
I don't know. It was a struggle putting all that information there.
He's got a bell curve right now. That's awesome.
He is on a bell curve.
Like Gaussian distribution. Holy crap, Jason. Well,
So-
yeah.
5th place at the HTC, lost to 2 Foxes. Paragon LA did pretty well, got the grand finals.
He beat me there.
Yeah, and Leffen.
Yep.
Dominated him.
Yep.
Dominated Leffen at PAX.
Yes.
Yep.
Got dominated by Leffen at
Yep.
Smash Con.
Horribly.
Leffen was playing incredible that day. Not to discount him.
Yeah.
In his own words, was the best Fox play against Marth ever of all time, something like that.
Yeah.
In his own
He made no
words.
mistakes that tournament.
It's pretty good.
It was amazing. His road, my B, chillin' dude. Dominated Shroom. And you know, Shroom actually told me something interesting today.
What's that?
He was impressed by Mewtwo neutral game. Before he was like, yeah, like I'll play him in neutral. But he felt that Mewtwo neutral game has like improved like 2 to 3-fold
Oh, wow.
since like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
So one of his greatest weaknesses that I think a lot of us, could agree on. Punish game is phenomenal. Neutral game was kind of, timid. Mewtwo was winning a lot of the skirmishes against Shroom.
Why is that? What did he change? Does anyone
I
know?
think he's a little bit more confident to play on stage and interact with his opponent, and he's making good decisions. Whereas
Okay.
before, he'd have this non-interactive play where he's forced to the ledge, and making cautious decisions to kind of sacrifice some of the neutral to play, extra defensive. But now he's approaching, implementing a lot more dash attacks, run-up grabs in the matchup, throwing out a lot more, swinging more in general. So Shroom was very surprised.
I'm sorry.
I want to talk a little bit about
This is
Mewtwo
funny.
King being 2 and 10 on Battlefield. Where is that number coming from?
Everybody.
Just beats up on MTK on Battlefield. What's going on?
This is just
okay, please.
Why does he lose there so much? That's not even. It's a neutral stage.
Well, okay. In
It's about as
general,
bad as Yoshi's.
so this is, keep in mind, this is top 6 2015.
Right.
In the beginning of the year, he was like 1 in like 9 against the Big Six, so that probably played a large, part in this. Where I think he just had an unusually really awful run. It wasn't until like a month ago when he started beating, HUNGRYBOX and Leffen again. Yoshi's. I've been saying that Yoshi's is his
The
worst
big
stage.
0-5. We're very familiar with that number here in the Smash community.
Oh,
It has
boy.
a very personal
Oh,
meaning.
boy.
I believe it's
How-
pronounced 5-0 or 5-0 as
It was
they
the
say.
5-0.
As
It
it
was
were.
the
And if
5-0.
we actually extend that stat to 2014, he is 4 in 20 on Yoshi's.
Hey.
All right, we know where you're taking.
I was going to be subtle about it, but there we go. There we go.
And then
Hey.
Mewtwo King and Armada, our first set, hasn't happened since last year. Mewtwo King's only set he won was that infamous Skitar 3 set, the
6 to
MLG
1.
qualifier.
Oh my God.
He's had some close calls. MLG, Game 5.
They've always had so many close sets, and it always goes to Armada.
Is this the worst record than me versus Mango? By ratio?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so this is the worst matchup of the whole bunch right now.
Yes.
Wow. That's actually very.
You don't hold that
comforting.
Huh?
title. You don't hold that title.
I'm glad. Shout out to Evo.
Comforting.
Although,
Very
if he
comforting.
wins one set, I think you might be almost tied.
No! All right, whatever.
He's not rooting for MTK.
No!
Go Armada.
If he goes to... So,
What if I beat Mango and then Armada beats Mewtwo? I'm like, damn it.
So here's his character head-to-head based on character matchups in 2015. Seems to do decently against with the Fox, not so much with the Sheik. It's been
Is this game wins right here?
yeah.
And he hasn't used any Marth at all against Armada's Peach in 2014.
The last time I think we saw them was at EVO 2013.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where he
Okay.
got bodied?
Well, he held his own. He just, once he, I think, fell behind, he just kind of got in his own head.
Yeah.
Right.
But before that, his Marth was, making it really close all the time, and it was a huge shame.
Marth versus Peach
It
or
always
something?
went the other way,
I want to see Music King's Marth versus Armada's Fox. Have you ever seen that?
I want to
Not
see
in
that. We
tournament.
have not seen that.
I think it's going to happen.
He's got to beat it out of him first, because Armada will just do the Peach thing.
Okay, so what do you guys think about this? Like, what do you guys want to see from this matchup? You want the Marth Fox, you want the FD.
And I want to see Music King's Fox run it back against Armada's Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both, Armada plays 2 characters, MGK plays 3. Let's just mix and match a little bit.
Right.
I'm down to see some wacky counter picks, a
Do
different matchup
every
game of the set.
combination until something works.
You think we can just get like dice and have them roll, and
Yeah,
then that'll be the
you know,
matchup?
the D&D dice, 72 sides.
I think
All right, here we go.
playing dice, Armada's still going to favor it out. I think he just simply has so many more winning matchups.
I don't think there's any incentive for him not to start off Peach in the double blind.
Yeah, no, Peach is too solid. She's a tank. Even if you get counterpicked, you're still Armada's Peach.
Yeah.
Almost zero risk in that.
I mean, we're not still Armada's Peach, but yeah.
Well, that'd be kind of nice.
It would be.
All right, let's
All
go
right,
to the other
next guy.
set. Mango and HUNGRYBOX. Shouts to 1738.
So-
Mango, you're a buster.
Thank you, Mango, for being the one time. I thought my 9th place at Big House 4 was the lowest, one of the Big 6, but Mango crushed me, and that record too.
This is a comforting analyst desk for you, isn't it?
I like.
Learned about the M2K Armada worse than you and Mango, and now this. Not so bad being up here.
I walked up to him and called him a buster after he got 17.
Oh, boy.
That felt amazing. Anyways, it happens though. It's Melee. I understood. I wasn't like, what? I mean, for a second I was, but I'm like, it's Melee. It happens. But Mango, right?
Let's talk about this a little bit.
He's got this record right here is so emblematic of his playstyle, his gambling playstyle. With Nintendo to guarantee you game 1 when he was up 3 stock, it's just, oh screw it, I'll go in now. I'm playing well, and he lost game 1. In game 2 he won, in game 3 he lost, and in game 4, it went back and forth. That was very emblematic of his gambling playstyle. Also, his 17th place, also very emblematic. You can see people's habits and outlook on the game and strategies and risk based on their placings and on the micro, the individual scores of games.
Yeah.
And I think it's very evident here. But
when it works, it's scary.
that's how it works for him. He has one of the highest, if not the highest, peak in the game. But the question is, how many times can you hit it?
Mango, been interesting splits, has lost a truckload to Armada, which is why some of it appears a little bit more negative than usual, particularly on Yoshi's and FOD. He's been losing a lot on those stages. I still think those are strong counter picks for Mango. It's just Armada has dominated him no matter where he goes, and that's why he's negative. FD, everybody seems to body him, except for maybe you.
I don't like that stage.
We don't want to talk about that.
I don't
We
talk
don't talk about that.
But that's character, right?
Everything's my character.
Yeah. So,
Puff.
yeah. And then we have you.
That picture.
We couldn't.
Looking good.
I like the little
I look
eyebrow
like I'm
raise.
40
it's,
though.
It's intimate.
That was an Instagram pic. It was a selfie because Team Liquid's like, use Instagram more. I'm like, okay. I put a sick filter on it, and that green just pops, right? And the contrast to the brown.
It's jumping out at me. I feel like I have to get out of the way.
But then, like, a lot of my friends are like, dude, you look like complete. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
You look like complete shit in that picture, dude. And then I just went with it. But yeah, that's me. Placings, no first in sight.
Close, multiple times.
Story of my life, yeah, but never close enough. But yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about this stuff.
Yeah.
Blue, Dark Atma, Ice.
Not a bad run. Dark Atma on Yoshi's, but apart from that, the strategy seems to be paying off.
Looking a little more consistent than Mango's record.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But I noticed that a good tournament, I consider a tournament good when I don't drop a set before top 8. To me,
game?
yeah, as long as I'm in top 8 when I lose a set, that's to me is like an okay. Like, I'm still sort of on my footing.
Okay.
But the moment, an Apex PPU happens or a God forbid Professor Pro Paragon happens again, like when I'm not playing how I should be, that's when I know I'm screwed. But that loses run anyways.
Yeah. Pretty
Strategy's
impressive.
paying off. Let's see here. Yo, Yoshi's.
Shouts to Evo.
Oh man, yeah, that makes. I do better on Pokemon than I do in Dreamland. Everything I know is false. Battlefield kind of sucks. FD's kind of good. Yeah, I don't know anything anymore. So
I mean, given that we're looking at stage matchups, what are you going to be looking to do when you are striking against Mango, and then where are you going to try and take
How's this going to affect your decision making for stages?
Well,
You said you were
okay,
surprised.
can you go back to that list really quick? Go
Well,
back,
here's
go back
the
to
thing.
that,
It's an aggregate amount. We don't know specifically what it is against Mango. So, I mean, this includes Mewtwo. So, I mean, every stage is different based on matchups. I could give you separate data, maybe not right now, on how you do against Foxes based on stages.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Poor
What
HUNGRYBOX.
happened in 2012 through 2014?
So, you had 6, if I'm counting this correctly, you have 6 sets.
Jesus, man.
17, 18, 20. So you're 6 and 24.
Okay, at least it's a fair. That's a nice 1/4.
Yeah. 1 out of 5, actually.
2010 was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And this year, all right. Well, yeah, I'm not very proud of this.
Well, it's encouraging,
That's gonna
right?
be
You
honest
see
here.
the numbers, you go and change it.
All right, but 2015 is the year I decided to start doing all this, and we haven't played as much, but at least with the current past 3 years, we should be like 3-0 right now. But Evo sort of worked weirdly, so I'm gonna see if I can run off that momentum right now.
To be fair, a lot of those sets that Mango has won in the past 2 years have been Game 5s.
Yes, I was about to say that. How many times? Gommel? You guys seen Gommel?
Yes.
Or both sets at Evo?
Or MLG.
MLG? Or, yeah, we had a lot of Game 5s. So it's okay. Can we see a match count?
Do we have a stage?
That's significantly better than 24-6.
Yeah. Well, this is for 2015.
You lost a match to his Falcon?
Yeah, one match at Smash the Record.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's Mango, he makes magic happen. Yeah.
I think I may have filtered it wrong. It may have included last year. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've taken that many. We flipped
Okay, this is like a 2-year aggregate.
I think. 2 aggregate. Okay. Yeah. So I guess.
Oh, there's the stage breakdown.
This is this year only, right?
This one's this year only, I believe.
Fucking Dreamland. Why don't you work anymore? All right, Battlefield's going terribly. Dreamland's going horribly. FOD for some reason is okay. Yoshi's is. Yeah, I can't use this data at all. I'm gonna go Battlefield still.
Stadium
going
could
back.
work. Stadium could work because it's Mango's worst stage. He doesn't get top platform.
That's true. That's very true. He likes Yoshi's a lot.
He hates Stadium. Just letting you know. He doesn't get the upbeat to the top platform.
But you know why I hate Stadium? Why I hate it? No, there's this big-ass rock that comes out of nowhere
I hate the rock.
every once in a while.
You
And it's just like, fuck you, Jigglypuff.
well, if you're gonna
and then you
if you're gonna ledge camp,
Yeah, I
why
was
does it
about to
matter?
That's true. Everything's different now.
Yeah, why does it matter?
You got to at least give it a shot because you got big fat goose eggs on both sides, win and lose. We need some kind of data, dude.
Edge camping HBox is 100% in sets against Mango, so that's a stat I'm looking at.
Okay, so
That's my gerrymandering right there.
because like time is the variable, right? But what is 30 seconds that you could just stall out?
It's a lot of time. So any time, 8 minutes is actually an extremely long amount of time.
Don't you think he's going to be more frustrated if you take the lead and you camp rock?
Oh yeah, I know. I already know what's gonna happen if I get a lead.
I mean, but like I'm just advocating for Stadium, like. As much
Oh,
as
you're saying if we go to Stadium?
Yeah, like as frustrating as it is for you, how like if you're camping at a very like area that he doesn't want to go to.
We just got a really
did they
important
hear
piece
that?
of information that we can't share right now. I'm sorry.
Spencer.
That's why we all got distracted.
All I'm gonna say is make sure you call your moms tonight. Tell me you love them. Some news just went down.
I got a question. When you're executing the strategy, do you ever like create some kind of dialogue in your head of what the other person might be thinking about? Like with Mango, he's sitting on stage, he's watching you do this stuff, and he's just like, You're gonna laugh in the middle of your set because you're gonna start doing this, but it's like, yeah. What is Mango's inner voice?
After I beat him there, I just like looked to my friends, and then I remember like shaking out my hand like, I shouldn't do this right now. I don't even deserve to shake his hand right now. But I do anyway, because I beat him and he killed himself. And I extended my hand, and I was just like,
We're supposed to do this thing.
yeah, we gotta do it, man. We gotta do it, or
You know,
else,
if you don't do it, what
or else
happens?
that's the hive mind, right? Facebook gets on my ass, or Reddit gets
called out.
Reddit gets on his
out
ass.
big time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We each have our social media strategies. I hate esports. My point is, He would have beat me if he didn't suck horribly that set. He's so good, and he sucked horribly that set.
Back-to-back
If the
SDs.
stars aligned for you that day.
Oh yeah, I almost won the whole tournament. That was really sick.
Yep.
I mean, like any other day, he probably would have destroyed me 2-0 easy. I did make the comeback on FOD. That was I earned that at least.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you did.
I got us that position, but with our records and our stats, there's no reason he should have lost on Yoshi's. I thought it was like, okay, rip, it's over, 5th place at Evo. You know, no more Evo runs, but I don't know, man. I introduced a strategy, and it worked way too well. So now he's going to be a lot more careful, but so will I, right? We're both going to be more careful.
So you guys played in Cruise. Like, I didn't get to see it. Heard it was.
Yeah, Mango and Cruz is the best player of all time.
That's high praise.
Enough said.
That's no question.
You also know about Mango and Cruz.
I didn't grab him.
But anywhere else, Armada's the best player of all time. But Mango and Cruz for
Do
I
you
don't
still think about that set?
Every time everything brings it up, I should have grabbed.
remember MLG, dude? Man, he beat you. We threw Mewtwo King, and then
No, he beat Mewtwo King, and then we threw in
One
Kevin.
stock. and then he
Cactus.
took
Can we
my
talk
4.
about that?
I accept full responsibility for what occurred that day.
Why didn't we throw in Shu, dude?
We didn't know.
We could have won.
We didn't even think about Shu, honestly, because the original plan was to put in Duck. But when we went to Duck, Duck was a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was
and
scared.
I'm not like a hard ass when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
should've
like,
been
you
hard.
need to go in even
Yeah.
if you don't think you're going to do it. And yeah, we were kind of like struggling to find somebody to put in, and we were under a time crunch, and we rushed a call, and it didn't turn out very well, unfortunately. And we should have known, because even before you went in, you're like, this could go 2 ways. I could
said
just take
that.
it cleanly, I could just get the grab,
Or
I
get
could get the
4-stocked.
rest, or I might get 4-stocked.
Yeah, on FOD especially. I should not have gone there. We should have. I'm gonna slap myself in the head for ever allowing that, because we were the co-captains, and I'm just like, we gotta throw in our last Smash God, I guess. Like, no, God, throw in Chudat, throw in Duck, throw in anyone. Then I'll take S2J, I'll take Shroomed, I'll finish it off.
Yep.
And I took 3 stock off S2J before I lost single one or something like that. So.
And the thing was, everybody else in the crew like performed really well, better than expected, and it had us like in line to be able to compete with them. Like we went into that as severe underdogs.
The ball
I
was
think, in
on
the
your
general community.
the ball was on your court.
It was.
It's all right.
We
We learned. that was.
We're not going to talk about it.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay, let's go to Shroomed in.
yeah, we're gonna go check out the losers bracket a little bit. Who is in losers?
In before a bait gets top 4.
Before a bait wins.
A bait
Um,
Why
he
not? Just go all out.
Oh, Shroomed. What happened at Evo, man?
He got Santiago'd.
Oh, little Fumi, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
That guy's cool.
He's good too. I played him at Press Start.
it's pretty good.
Nice.
He's usually consistently in the top 8 for the most part. Paragon LA, I think he lost to you, so he got HUNGRYBOX for 13th.
He got actually Professor Prode. S2J, Shroomed, Fly, Ken, sort of Leffen. They all got Professor Prode by indirectly. So that's what happens. And when Zero today lost in pools for Smash 4, he ripped like so many dreams.
ESAM.
MVD, Ally, like all those top players, not even top 8 anymore.
ESAM.
ESAM too, yeah, ESAM too. Just Zero ripped through him. That's what happens. When an upset happens, it not only affects the player who won, the player who lost, but anyone in that losing player's path. Anyone.
All right, let's go to the next. Here's his road. 2-1 hugs. Got destroyed by Mewtwo King. Well, actually, there were close games, but Mewtwo King had control the
So
whole way.
he beat Axe and losers, right?
Yes.
That's good. I don't know what they're usually like, but that's a
They
good win.
go back and forth.
Okay.
And Axe is pretty strong, actually, in the Pikachu versus Sheik matchup. We've
I'd
seen
imagine.
him play against Mewtwo King
Right.
so many sets this year.
And he beat Plup 3-1. It was an impressive win.
That's
Plup,
a really good win.
Plup took game 1 pretty convincingly, and so I thought, like, well, I think Plup now understands the Ditto. And then I think Shroom made some adjustments, not interacting with Plup anymore on the platform, and kind of just ran with it.
If any of you guys are following Plup on Twitter right now, just please tell him, Plup, from now on, when you fight a Fox, any high level Fox, go Samus game 1. If you get wrecked, go Sheik.
Yeah.
Do you know how good is Samus against Fox? Do you see what he did left in the Evo? Like, I know it's just one example, but he has a better understanding of Samus Fox than any other Samus in the world. I'm calling that.
Yeah.
I'm calling that. And I really wish he used that tool more often. Don't get me wrong, his Sheik is godlike, but Plup is Samus incarnate. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what Reddit tells me.
please. Reddit's always right. But I'm saying, dude, Plup, please go Samus one game. Just do it. Do it so you know for a fact that it was the right call. That's all.
And the last So these are 3 very impressive wins because Ice could be argued in the fringe of top 10. So in my book, I say that's like about 3 top 10 level victories. For
He got
him.
9, so it makes sense.
So 3-2. Stage breakdowns for top 30 at larger tournaments. Very interesting splits. So I don't include things like Get Smashed at the Foundry or like the regular locals with SFAT.
Right, yeah, you shouldn't include those, yeah.
Kind of interesting. He's actually struggled a lot in a lot of the major matchups against top level players. So this also includes the Big Six.
Yeah.
Doesn't typically win those. He likes space. Likes Dreamland. I'm surprised that he's 2-0 in Yoshi's. So it's hard to really.
He looks good on Yoshi's and Fountain, but Battlefield, the other stages that open everything up more, actually looks like he's doing a little worse. But again, I don't know if that changes based on matchup or.
You say he likes space.
Oh, he doesn't like space. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry.
That looks right.
Yeah, because he's not campy. He wants to be in your face all the time. So when he plays a character that's running and gunning, it's harder for him to get the interactions he wants.
And that's the way I view his playstyle.
Yeah.
It's very. He likes to get on the inside. He likes to interact with the person right next to him. He likes to do a lot of infighting.
He's like the mango of.
Cheek.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Oh god.
What a beautiful man.
Jesus.
This is apparently the only photo.
Why is this guy playing Smash?
This is apparently the only photo that could be
Can we
located
get
of a bait.
a modeling gig after this? I think it needs to happen.
So beat Axe 2-0.
2-0.
And to give you context, he's destroyed Eddie Mexico. Axe has. So very impressive win.
Huge win.
I will say the stat versus SJ is wrong.
It is wrong.
That
it's
is 3-2. It was a very close set.
I think they recorded on /GG initially incorrectly when we got the data. But yeah, that was 3-2. Good for pointing that.
And that was the talk of the tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
The invincible ceiling. So do you think a bait, by making top 8, that he has hit his ceiling?
Tafo, no.
Tafo.
People are going to hear that.
Plup got 4th at Evo, man. That's not even his ceiling.
So apparently, a bait got top 8 at Zenith 2013. So this.
Yes, he did. He beat Hacks.
Yeah. So
Twice,
he's gone top 8 at a national. But this, I believe, this is the first ever top 8 for Luigi at a super major.
National, right? Yeah. Well, I guess we can safely say that with his points, Abe is probably the best Luigi right now, solidly, and just incredible. Look at the guys he beat. I mean, it's just absolutely outstanding.
That title has actually been really up for grabs, but having
Blea, Abe, and Eddie.
Yeah, having more experience against debate, just being from this region, I am not surprised to see him turn up like this.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Turned up.
Turnt.
So he has.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Sorry,
that was
there's a hype.
the most anti is up versus 0-2-1 in losers. This may be the first time Zero ever loses a Smash 4 tournament.
He's
we bring you this information from the Melee Analyst desk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He's
Here,
on
Big House
game
5.
point for losing. But Abate has not.
God, Abe!
And we're back.
I wish I was you,
That
Abe.
is so fierce. Look at that look in his eye.
It must be nice, like, just being able to go up to any girl and saying hello, and then she's yours. Like, that must be great.
I'm going to wave dash in, I'm going to jab, and I'm going to up B. I'm going to give her the show you
First you grab him, then you get him, then you got him.
You got him.
So
That's right.
Abate hasn't really entered much this year, so he hasn't really been traveling. I think he entered CEO, got 13th, I believe. So there's overall just not much data on him. Doesn't even really attend locals too much from what I've heard. But that, I think, even makes it more impressive that he.
While he's in Pittsburgh, I hear that Silent Swag actually very consistently takes him out of the local tournaments.
Silent Swag is like a hidden boss.
Yeah.
Honestly, super good.
A lot of Luigi experience, again, from there being several Luigis within the Pittsburgh
Lots
area.
of Luigi.
What's interesting, though, is that Abate has complained that Sheik is his worst matchup, and he beat Kira and Swedish Delight today.
That's huge. Those Sheiks are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he has Shroomed. Shroomed, who has 0 experience. Well, maybe some experience, but
Eddie Mexico doesn't play much.
well, Eddie lives in Tijuana near SoCal.
What about Raffle? Where does he live?
There's no regular stellar Luigi mains in NorCal.
So he's played it some, but not a lot.
Right.
I don't even think he's really played Eddie, because Eddie lives in like once in a while. He doesn't even go to SoCal tournaments that often.
Okay. Okay.
So I think he's just gonna try to do the good player thing and I don't know, pull the Yuta King, do fundamentals, exploit your character. I don't know.
Shroom's gonna try and get in there. That's what he always does.
I would be really surprised, though, if Shroom didn't at least spend some time between top 64 and top 8 right now talking to somebody about what to do versus
It's a good idea.
And that's an interesting point you make. Because you have 3 hours and you know who your opponent is, you're going to be doing as much research.
I see that. I see him back there. I made that statement
got
sounding
some-
very hopeful, but I have the evidence right in front of me that he's not doing that.
I wish the audience could hear,
Okay,
hear this
so
guy.
we've just been
my
informed
God.
that he's watching Smash 4 behind the projector. So our initial hopes of Shroom being a smart guy.
Hey, no, he's not.
He's calm. He's focusing
I'm
himself.
watching this too. This might be the greatest upset in our current Smash history, for a while. So, but speaking of upsets, to be consistent in Melee and any Smash game is extremely difficult. And as much as you might like or dislike one player, I think any top player should get some respect in terms of not just like, that guy's kind of a scummy, but at least he knows how to make his character work. 'Cause that is hard. Smash is a very hard game. I
That's true.
respect. At the end of the day, player-wise, you got to give it up for them. It's so tough.
Okay, let's go to
So
our last
tough.
set.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for this one, I only have 2015 data.
All right.
So shouts to SFAT making top 8.
Nice doing a picture.
It's been a
That doesn't look anything like him.
Yeah, he looks like a.
What is that?
He looks like that one actor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
so specific. Thank you.
Love that guy.
He was in that one movie.
Yeah, he did the thing.
With those people.
Edward Norton.
Oh, I don't
The
see
antivirus?
So, pretty impressive run.
it. Moving on.
2-0 the Moon. It
Yeah.
looked pretty ugly, but the Moon said he didn't have his controller, so
Yeah,
little bit of
I heard a
Jason
little bit
Segel
about that.
right there.
Moon put his controller down, somebody else picked it up, walked off with it, waited for Moon to play his 2 sets, and then gave it back to him after he was out of breath.
What a
Sounds
piece
like
of
a little
shit.
bit of sabotage.
That is messed up.
I don't know.
dude.
I don't know if it was intentional.
I
but
would never let anyone use the controller. Oh, this
Yo,
might
if,
be
he,
it.
if he knew that it was Moon's, he could have just walked up during the set and probably given it back to him. Moon would have liked it more.
We got distracted. We
Alright.
got a little distracted. Things are going wild.
This might
over
be
here
it.
In the back.
hey, if you guys aren't tuning in,
This might be it.
Zero's 50 tournament streak might
We're gonna
be
take a little breather from the analyst desk and watch this. watch
my
this
God.
match finish. 1 second.
Oh my.
Crowd's going nuts.
My heart is beating. No!
Oh, 2-2.
Hit him with the nod, dog.
It is 2-2.
Dynasty.
This is gonna happen again in just a few minutes.
Oh my
so
God,
you
he
guys
always
be
closes
ready
it
for
out.
it.
Zero.
All right.
Bring in the hype here at the analyst desk.
My heart's beating.
So back to Zachary Cordoni, SFAT.
3-0'd Swedish, got 3-0'd himself by Armada. Played an impressive set against SJ. He was down 3 stocks to 1 in game 1 on Battlefield, and somehow just came back and won.
Right.
We're hearing more about 3-stock comebacks these days as a kind of general thing I've noticed.
Tournament performances. So this is the 3rd time, by the way, that SFAT has eliminated SJ at a Super Major. Happened at CEO. I believe happened at another big tournament. I would like to say EVO, I'm not sure. Or, I don't know, one of those. And 3rd consecutive large tournament where they've interacted, SFAT has taken the better end of it.
And I'm sure Johnny is thrilled about that.
He is not thrilled by
Oh,
it.
okay.
Why does he excel at the Falcon matchup? There isn't really a NorCal Falcon that I placed in my head like
I
that.
think
No,
There's
NorCal is Lord.
Oh, hidden boss lord.
And
He's
there's-
so good.
He's good.
so
He's
and there's
really
been
good.
years of him losing to Silent Spectre as he was a young Fox main that he would lose to Silent Spectre every time. And then eventually in 2011 he finally wrote mental notes and studied the matchup and said, I'm never gonna do these things again. I'm never gonna get kneed this way. And I guess he just developed from there.
I feel like Falcon is a character, once you figure that character out,
Right, it's easy.
it is easy. And I figured that character out in 2007.
But
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
did.
say this. Every time I figure out Falcon, Wizzy and Gatsu show me something new,
Yeah.
and they give me a really hard time. So
Yeah.
that character has still the ceiling hasn't been reached. I don't think.
agree with that.
Lord, I think it's close.
SFAT
He
has
was
pretty
close.
good splits against the top 30
Right.
at non-local tournaments.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Right. I'm
So
sorry.
much insight. Much wow.
And
Moving on to West Falls.
I'm sorry.
moving on to our Sith Lord West Walls.
Western
Dude, look at this. Look at the run that he had to make. He lost round 1 of winners and
Who'd
is
he lose
sitting
to?
in top 8.
Swedish?
Swedish Delight took him
Oh,
out.
get bodied. That's awesome, though. He brought it back.
Do you want to watch the set HUNGRYBOX?
I'm doing both.
Okay.
I'm multitasking. I'm
Alright.
balancing.
So,
guys.
Weston Dennis plays Swedish Delight, round 1 winners, got taken out. In losers, went through Bliagillo, Luigi, Kage, 3-1. What happened with Kage? How did he lose that match to Kage? Because I heard an eruption of noise when Kage took that match.
So Wes wasn't. It wasn't on Smash GG, and I asked Wes whether it was 3-1 or 3-0. He said he wasn't sure. He said just put 3-1, just to be nice.
He wasn't. That sounds like Wes, actually.
So I don't actually know. Sorry, I'm a fraud.
No, that's all right. And then he played against Dark Atma. Again, another 3-1. Do you know what character Dark Atma was using in that?
Probably Sheik.
Because I know that Dark Atma has actually been mixing it up with the characters that he's been going.
He goes Fox specifically for Puff.
Yeah.
And he goes Peach specifically for Ice Climbers, and that's how he beat Fly.
Yep.
And he goes Sheik mostly for almost everything else.
Dark Atma has really been making more of a name for himself lately. We're seeing him show up in late brackets for people, and he's taking games.
So great fantasy value if you picked him up.
Yes.
And then he played MacD.
Right.
3-1. And then he beat Lucky in a nail biter.
I want to talk about him versus MacD real quick because they have had like kind of a storied past over the past 2 years, really. Every set that they run into each other, it's very high tension, at least on MacD's side. I don't know about Wes's side, but MacD always comes out of that set just...
Yeah. You know, they go back and forth. There's a while where MacD was taking consecutive sets, and now Wes, over the past like 3 to 4 sets, has taken a lot more sets off of MacD. So I think Wes has his number for now, but it does go back and forth.
And then after MacD, it was?
Lucky.
Lucky.
And for the longest time, up until 2013, Lucky has won like the majority of the sets. Something clicked for Wes, he got better, and now Wes takes the majority of the sets.
All right, what are we expecting to see between SFAT and Wes?
Wes destroying SFAT.
Really? Just that straightforward?
Yes. Let's go to the head-to-head slides for Wes. I only have 2015. Oh, there's this one. Pretty standard. He's roughly good at all stages. But this is an aggregate, so we don't really know too much from this. Let's go to the head-to-head. I only have 2015, but they have played a lot more than that. I just only have the data for 2015.
I think Wes is going to take this pretty solidly.
Wes took both sets out of Super Smash Sundays, number 31.
But the first one was close, wasn't it?
The first set was kind of close, and they both mob spaghettied. It's just that Wes played slightly less terrible and took the sets.
Yeah, I think Wes built momentum over time, but I feel like if a scramble like that happens again, I wouldn't be surprised if SFAT took it.
SFAT usually always loses.
I mean, all right. Yeah. You never know, though. It's a
we
big
never
stage.
know. It's a new day. It's a
big
new day.
stage.
I'm rooting for my boy SFAT. I like him very much. It's going to be a rough stage for SFAT. He doesn't really do the best against Falco in general. That's one of his weakest matchups.
Sure.
So one of the advantages I think SFAT has is coming from NorCal, they have the trifecta. They have PPU, they have Shroom, they have SFAT. Those guys get to play each other all the time. They get very high-level practice against one another. Where's the Falco? That Falco was once Zoo, but Zoo moved away, and now... Are they struggling with Falco in NorCal?
Occasionally Pew Pew U, and I know Fruit Loop moved there recently.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just realized it's 7:30. I have to go start warming up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
thank you for being on the Analyst test with us.
I'll see you guys around.
Yeah.
So now that we've seen all the matchups, so yeah, you make a good point. Zoo's been missing. I don't think Fruit Loop plays the same level of Falco, the same type of Falco as like Wes and Mango, who just want to be in your face. Fruit Loop is the guy that zones you out. He chips away at you, and if he finds an opening through stage control, then he'll take his opening. Wes, he skirmishes. Mango skirmishes. And so they don't have that style to practice against. Even Zoo, who used to live in NorCal, was a methodical player that gradually found his openings, but he wouldn't be in your face the whole time. And so it's hard to practice against that style because there's so few people. And we have Zach.
You want to come sit with us? We're just talking about, hold on, we're going to wait for him to sit down. We are just now talking about what to expect out of you versus Weston Dennis.
I think you're getting destroyed.
Oh.
He made that prediction.
Dang.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
I have faith in
it's
you,
not
Zach.
looking good.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
I don't know. You played Falco against him. It didn't look really good at Evo.
That was Evo. This is 2.5 months later. I have faith that Zach has seen that, and he said, I need to work on this. Have you worked on the Falco?
I have, a lot.
There, okay,
a lot,
see?
A lot. This is also the 2-time Apex champion, so, Weston is a little bit, small, lower on the ladder.
Still very good player.
Very,
but,
very.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So how have you been preparing for the Falco matchup, both leading up to this tournament and also here, knowing that you're going to be playing against West Balls?
Well, I actually expected to play him in winners, and so I was ready then. So, you know, just having this extra time to prepare has been even better. Just watching videos, I played him a lot. I played Kevin. I watched our set a lot. You know, just taking notes. You know, I have a game plan, and I think as long as I stick to that game plan, I think I'll be on top.
You feel good.
Yes.
Something that we were talking about is that one of the advantages you have being in NorCal is you have access to Shroomed, PPU as very high-level opponents playing like Marth and Sheik. You ran into Marth and Sheik early in your brackets today, did incredibly well. But something that you don't seem to have a ton of access to is a Falco player to grind your theories against while being in NorCal.
Although Homemade Waffles has actually been coming over every Thursday. Okay. So, you know, we've been starting to get it. So, although he's not quite up to the technical speed, you know, as the other Falcos, but we work with each other, and you know, the combo game alone, getting that down is a huge part of it too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, getting that extra tech roll distance, or you know, the weight difference. So, you know, he's been a lot of help. He's been a lot of help.
You guys talk about, do you say, hey, Brandon, I need you to, Wes does this on shield, or Wes will do this when I'm in this position. Do you guys set that up and run through that, or you just play and say, you know, I want to do this again? What do you do?
We kind of just play, you know, because Brandon has a different style than Wes. He doesn't like to do the double shine waveland down as much. He still does it every once in a while, but he definitely has a different style. So what I try to focus on when I play Brandon is really just getting down the combo game. You know, when I touch him, he's dead. But and so I study Weston's neutral game in the videos, and you know, and at the SSS we played, I watch those videos a ton. And so and also the past few tournaments he's been at, he played Ice a few times. So watching those have been a lot of help, and Leffen's videos. You know, Leffen makes him look easy.
So we want to be able to do all we can to keep you like very fresh for your match coming up with West Balls and to prove him wrong. What kind of things are you noticing about West Balls' neutral game? What are you going to be looking for, if you're comfortable talking about it?
I'll mention a couple things. It's just, you know, like a lot of people have noticed, his double shine isn't safe. But what's scary about it is just that it's so fast. And so, you know, you can buffer roll out of it, you can grab out of it, you can shine out a shield out of it. There's a lot of things you can do out of it, but because he does it so fast, and he'll do like a double shine into another double shine, you know, if you're not perfect on your timing, he'll catch you, and then he'll kill you. So, you know, that's one of his big weaknesses. Other things are just, you know, standard Falco things, trying to keep Fox out. But he has specific space he likes to control, and so I'm going to be watching that a lot.
And he has specific West Balls with SDI. Like he can
I was going to ask about the SDI.
He can get out of Thunder's combo.
Yes.
Thunder's is a big one.
Yes, yes, definitely.
What do you have planned if you get that knockdown? Are you going to go for the up smash?
Definitely the tech chase.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, if he's holding up, a lot of time he might just get up in place.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like for what? I hope he's not watching, listening. But you know, whatever. If he is, it's not going to stop him. It's not going to stop me.
You're in there.
If I knock him down, I'm going to go for the tech chase. You know, I'm going to try to keep a minimum to the Thunders. But if I do go for the Thunders, then I'm just going to, you know, react instantly because he does get that SDI almost every single time.
And I'm thinking not just the SDI or the tech chase, but he SDIs and combos. You know, he's one of the best players at it.
Yes.
And I don't know if Homemade Waffles is doing that as much. Did you work with him, say, hey, can we do some setups for this? Did you guys talk about that?
Yes, definitely. Cool. You know, especially in combos where I know it's not that hard to get out of. You know, I'll tell Brandon or even other Falcos that I fight. I'm like, hey, you know, if you adjust your DI in this situation right here, you can actually get out of this almost every single time. And so, you know, it's been a lot of help. And I get to help, you know, those guys get a little better at that. So
absolutely.
So I noticed that you're doing something very similar to what Kevin has set up with Self. You have fun.
Oh.
Are you going into this match with West Balls with that same idea of
fun? For a long time, I've had a mental block versus West Balls, just because we've kind of been rivals for a long time. You know, we played at SK Tar 3, and the winner of that match was the one who got into the MLG pool.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
And so even before that, though, we've had a really long rivalry, and for a while he's been in my head, but I think I've just come to accept West balls for West balls. And it's kind of like this block I had with Dewan a long time ago where I couldn't beat Dewan for the longest time, but eventually I just kind of accepted Dewan for Dewan, and I was able to see past, I wasn't clouded anymore by my frustration. And, as long as I have fun, I don't care if I get 7th or 5th or, whatever.
Understanding goes a long way, man.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
definitely.
And I also say, to kind of build off of the training you did, so you've looked at the neutral and you haven't grinded it out with homemade waffles. People would see that's a problem. But like I said earlier, actually, the punish you've been working on has been a huge defining factor in a lot of the matches I've commentated and a lot of the ones that people might be seeing. The dropped combos on the last stock when everyone's scrambling, that's a huge deal. If you've grinded that out and you can hit that even if you're nervous, that changes everything. You get people, you hit them hard for a stock, you 0 to death, that person's thinking, I can't mess up. They're starting to be scared. So I think that can still be a huge advantage. It's not a bad place to focus your efforts on.
You only have to win that many less neutrals if you can kill, in that neutral. So, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I had a question going back to an earlier set. Game 1 Battlefield against SJ, you were down 3 stocks to 1, and you brought it back. So what happened? And what was going on in your mind?
I don't get scared versus Johnny anymore. I used to get scared versus him a lot because he's just so fast. But I've beaten him in the last few tournaments, and I just always have this feeling like I can come back whenever. Like if I see the right opportunity and I take it, then I can always get in on him. And I can tell he's a little shook when I play him. So I just kind of took advantage of that.
Turn the mental block around, have you?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And no music. I played music for a long time. But I'm kind of getting away from the music just because I like to be connected with my opponent. More audio cues. Hearing when they mash out my grabs. Smoke Two Joints is one of the few people where I can get like 3 pummels on and he won't mash out. Like those little things.
That adds up.
Yeah, that's 9 damage. What? 8 damage? 6 damage? So
and the mental frustration of sitting there knowing you're going to be thrown.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
I'm really looking forward to watching this now, especially because Tafo made such a bold prediction, because we got to sit down, talk about you.
We always know about Tafo predictions.
Hey, they've been pretty good for the year. I originally picked you for
I
Apex.
had to make you stop,
and then you made me not pick you.
That's right. That's the only way I was going to win.
But I knew secretly that you were going to win Apex 2015.
That's hindsight is what that is.
No, I picked it. You're the one that forced me off the picking
You're right,
you.
I did. I wanted to be safe.
So we are going to that phase.
So it's good that he's picking West balls.
Yes, no,
the door
absolutely.
is open for you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so who are you, with losers determining 7th place, who do you guys think are going to win those 2 matches? Because we're wrapping up, we're almost at 8 o'clock.
I got faith in my boy Esvad over here.
I'm putting all the chips on my boy Zach.
You trying to make a little bet, Tafo? You're trying to make a little side bet right now?
I believe.
So I'm actually, sorry, I know this is rude. I'm actually keeping track so that we can recite it and make bracket sense of this later because the brackets are all connected. So you guys pick West Balls to get 7th place then.
That's well, we pick Zach to advance.
Okay. And I pick SFAT to get 7th.
Ooh.
That's rough, man.
And then we got Dewan.
I'm glad. I'm good.
Just shut him up. Just shut him up. That's all it is, man.
You just got to shut me up.
Yeah. No.
All right. Other 7th place?
We have Dewan versus Abate.
Definitely Dewan.
I am actually picking Dewan.
Wait, okay. I have a question for you. Who does Shroom have Dewan, or Shroom, we're going to say Dewan, have any Luigi practice?
No. Not anymore.
Okay, I am definitely picking Abate.
So you pick Shroom to get 7th.
No, I'm picking Shroom to get to advance.
Okay. What about you, Kevin?
I'll pick Shroomed as well. I will.
Okay.
I don't feel good about it.
I
don't. I love Abate, man. He's got the hope of the Midwest.
Dude,
I love
did you see that
Great guy.
Did you see that picture of Abate?
He was a beautiful. If you've seen the picture, you would be able to think
I've
straight.
He's holding 2 wine glasses, and it's very clear both of them are for him.
No, but Dewan's very good, so I have faith in him. There it is. Look at this guy. Look at him.
Hard
to say no, you know.
Very attractive.
He has like a GameCube. He has 2 wine glasses.
What more could you ask for?
So we can't determine 5th place until we determine the 2 winners bracket matches. Armada or Mutacane?
I got to go with the predicted winner of this, and that is Armada. Armada has demonstrated a very strong game against Mewtwo King, and Mewtwo King's only won one set in the past how many exchanges?
Like 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
I will say that over time, I think M2K's brought some more things to his game, and I don't think Armada has brought as much. We've seen him talk about practicing less, things like that. I actually could see an M2K win. Not a popular opinion. I think it's one a lot of people want, to have.
Are you going to put that down as your prediction?
That's the thing. I'm talking about it.
Was he going to go Fox or is he going to go with the Peach?
Yeah,
I'm imagining Armada is going to start out as Peach.
I don't think there's any reason for him not to go Peach.
I mean, I will predict Armada to win, but I don't think it's like huge margin necessarily.
He gets 3-0'd. And we're just like,
I mean,
it's a 1 or a 0, dude. It's.
I know. So I predict Armada.
Okay.
I do. Okay.
And how about for the other side? Mango, HUNGRYBOX.
Mango.
Mango is very strong versus HUNGRYBOX.
He had a good performance in the crew battle. So.
But HUNGRYBOX has been talking about his new strategy.
Did he plank in the crew battle?
I don't know.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
So he tried it and it failed.
I don't think he committed. It's like kind of like the Mewtwo King Ledge strategy. You have to fully commit to it. You
Right,
have to
and
believe in the strategy.
if he got behind it all, then it would stop working, and then he wouldn't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
different circumstances.
I want to interrupt for a second. I know that you need to warm up.
Oh, yes, please, yes.
All right.
Yes, actually.
Thank you for being on this Analyst. Wait, before we go, is there any shout-outs that you want to give?
Gaming gear?
Gamester gear?
Yeah, Gamester gear. Which I want to clarify, by the way. I'm really thankful for them and everything, but they are a stream partnership, and they're not an actual team sponsorship.
Yeah.
But they do help me with the stream, and they give me gear, and So
well, shout outs to them.
Yes, they're awesome. Shout outs to Gamester gear. Shout outs to NorCal. Shout outs to Kevin Toy. Pew Pew You. I miss you, man. I wish you were here.
Same.
And everyone else watching. I hope you guys enjoy the top 8.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, we got Juggle Guy here.
So, do you want to sit down with us real quick? Do you want to listen to us talk about our bracket predictions?
This guy.
Hop on.
Please.
Hop on the mic.
Okay, so far we've only done losers and one of winners. So
we need to get through this.
So we have to go quickly.
Welcome, Juggle Guy.
Yo, yo, yo.
Taking so much important time out of his day at this wonderful event here
That's
to talk
right.
to us.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much for being here, sir. It's a
So to
pleasure.
catch us up, a bait or shroom.
Oh my God.
Is he getting in on this all of a sudden?
Yeah, he is.
I hadn't thought of
Alright.
this. I'm taking a bait. I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care.
He's going.
I don't care.
I
He's
respect it.
beaten Axe. He's beaten S2J.
He's on a tear.
Yeah.
You're
I
going with
respect
the
it.
momentum.
I gotta go on bait.
Okay,
respect it.
SFAT or West?
West.
Okay. Okay, and then 5th place is determined by winners. So Mewtwo King or Armada.
Armada's taking it.
Okay, and HUNGRYBOX or Mango.
Mango.
Okay. So Mewtwo King for all of us will be playing Shroomed or a bait.
Shroomed. Or bait. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see M2K taking that.
So we all agree that
Yeah.
Mewtwo King's probably taking that. So Shroomed
Yeah.
or a bait. Sorry, your best pick is 5th place. Mango or HUNGRYBOX.
Mango.
Okay. So we all have HUNGRYBOX versus Wes or SFAT.
Okay. I think HUNGRYBOX is gonna take it. I gotta go chalk. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Gotta do it. I do think M2K over HBox. I'm gonna call that loses semis.
Really?
I'm gonna call that Big House M2K coming out again.
Big House
Okay.
M2K. This
Big
is
House
okay.
M2K. Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
look at this man.
Yeah.
So I provide the venue for this.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
But Wes has taken a set off a HUNGRYBOX before.
Yeah. He's like 1 in 10.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Who freaking who?
He ran through the
Is that
stats in
accurate,
his
Thabo?
face. Forget
Although
about that.
it was the most recent time, I think. Or
was
the
Sandstone.
second. Okay. Yeah.
He got demolished other tournaments.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I think all agree that top 4, the big 6 members, are all going to be top 4. That leaves HUNGRYBOX and Mewtwo King in losers for who gets 4th place.
HUNGRYBOX and Mewtwo King. Who is getting 4th? Big House Mewtwo King. Do we want to
Big
put faith
House
in Big
M2K.
House M2K?
Big House M2K.
This
wanna
guy's
bet
looking
against-
at me, telling me big.
It's his decision. isn't it?
BP knows about Big House M2K.
Okay.
We all remember
All
that.
right. All right.
that
Okay,
down
put
tilt.
MGK down
We're
first.
just
Tell
gonna
me
do
more
it.
about it.
So you're
You're gonna
putting
do it.
HBox for 4th.
Yes, because or Juggle Guy's going to tell me it's Big House MTK again.
I want to have faith in M2K. If it even contributes a little bit to him playing closer to Big House
The
M2K,
Mewtwo dad
I'm putting it
has
down.
to take
I'm
Mewtwo
doing
King.
it.
Come on
Okay,
now.
so we got
man.
3 H-boxes. I'm going to have to deviate from the chosen common
right.
path, and I'm going to say Mewtwo King.
Tap was going to be the boring.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. You said M2K?
I'm going to say Mewtwo King is
M2K's
getting
getting
4th.
4th.
Oh,
Okay,
right,
so
right,
3rd place, obviously Armada and Mango in winners finals. Who loses that?
Is the bait still on the table? No, that's not.
The bait wins it. The bait wins it.
I think Armada's gonna win.
Okay.
That's a toss-up though. I'd love to see that.
That's a hard call.
Anybody going Mango in winners finals?
Oh man.
I'm going Armada.
I haven't seen Armada play, but I've seen Mango play, and I will pick Armada based off that.
Okay.
I got to go with Armada as well.
Oh
I think he's
my
going to take
God.
it. Surprise.
Okay, so that leaves Mango and Mutaking for you guys in losers finals. Mango and HUNGRYBOX for me. I'm going to say that Mango takes it over HUNGRYBOX. HUNGRYBOX gets third. What about for the rest of you guys? Mango or Mutaking?
Mango M2K. Big House M2K, Joe guy?
This isn't just a me cheering on M2K
Big House
thing.
Mango, though.
Okay.
Big House Mango trumps Big House M2K.
But that's only even number big houses.
Oh, you're going to play that card?
But then again, he has not gone
that
to a
big?
single odd number big house.
Exactly. He didn't go to Big House 1 or 3. He has not lost to Big House. Mango's taking it.
You're going to say Mango's going to take it from losers.
Yep.
What? It's an odd-numbered big house,
That's right.
Typho. What did you say? You only won the even ones.
Yeah, but he's never entered an odd one.
Okay.
So it's an unproven theory.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have data on it.
That's true.
So you're saying Mutaking third in that case.
Yes.
And Armada second. What about you guys?
I could honestly really see M2K taking that today.
I was watching them play in the back. M2K seems pretty on point. I'm not going to say who was winning more of the matches.
Good idea.
I don't know.
It's a worrying trend.
I want to believe in here more than anything that M2K can do it.
Okay, so you're going to go with your heart, or are you going to go with your head?
Mango's going to win it. Oh, wait.
wait, we're tracking that. We're tracking that.
Mewtwo Dad has abandoned his son.
I'm gonna put my faith in Mutaking. It might affect my stats a little bit on my judgment calls, but I don't know. I want to see him win it.
And so we're going to just carry on with you. Mutaking Armada Grand Finals. Mutaking has to win too.
I have to give it to Armada still.
Yeah.
You're not a good dad.
What?
You have to be.
He's faithful, but he's like, he keeps it in the bounds of reality.
Yeah.
I'm realistic.
You can
Armada
do
has demonstrated it.
If you're a dad, you can't give your son false hope.
You got to believe in him, but not,
You can't
gotta
call him a
build yourself
genius
up
when
here.
he's drawing outside the lines.
Yeah. Be realistic. Yeah.
If this match hasn't happened in a year.
Armada is the end of the road for M2K. I don't see that happening.
Okay. For Peep.
Yeah,
For
right.
Kevin.
So I've had a lot of time.
So you had Mango and Mutaking and.
The thing about Mango, I will say, he's been at these tournaments, and what happened, I think part of the reason he got 17th was he didn't have the chance to build himself up over the top 8, and he got better progressively. Same thing happened at Big House last year, I would actually say. If he gets to M2K at that point, he might actually be on fire. So based on that, I'll give it to Mango.
Okay, so you have Mutaking third, Mango Armada Grand Finals.
At that point, I actually could see Mango running it back, so I'll put Mango to win.
Oh wow!
Because usually he gets on those hot streaks.
Ooh.
Dude, he's gonna see this.
I
and
put
he's
Armada
he's
over
gonna
Mango.
feel something, and then he's gonna be like, no.
Okay, we
give
have
it.
one last matchup slide. Armada Mango. Spencer, can you shoot it up?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There's no Armada Mango side?
Yeah, there's an Armada Mango set in there.
Come on, Spencer.
Unless John didn't upload it.
Come on, Spencer.
Well, Armada and Mango.
We got profanity coming back at us from this mysterious voice in the sky, and it's unpleasant. It's really unpleasant.
So let me recap it. So for Cactuar, he believes it will be Armada, then Mutaking, Mango, HUNGRYBOX, SFAT and Shroom from NorCal for 5th, Abate, and West Balls for 7th. PPMD, you have Mango winning over Armada in Grand Finals, Mutaking in 3rd, HUNGRYBOX in 4th, the NorCal Heroes in 5th, Abate and West Balls in 7th. Yes. And then Juggle Guy, you also have Mango winning, Armada in 2nd, Return of the King getting to 3rd,
Big House M2K.
HUNGRYBOX 4th, West Balls in Abate in 5th, and NorCal scumming it in 7th place.
That's right.
All right, so 2015 has not been a good year for Mango. This is a projected scenario here. We don't have every permutation, but this is a very likely case. Let's move on to the next slide. 6-2 by Armada. Mango's been getting dominated ever since Armada has had that secondary pocket fox in his back pocket. Stage matches, character matches, pretty interesting.
It's such a big number, 39 to 28.
This might be over the past 2 years, actually. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
What character do you think Mango's going to go on the FD counter pick by Armada?
Fox. He's done it against Leffen lately, right?
And would Armada
He's
then
been playing
Fox
more
ditto
Falco
him?
lately.
Isn't Falco only against Leffen?
I don't know. He was playing a lot of Fox in the summer, but then he's been playing more Falco lately. So it's kind of hard to know what he's going to do.
But that Falco, when he beats Falco, then Armada goes Peach.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. So I guess he has to go Fox.
Like, and you're the only Falco that can do it.
He says he thinks he can do Falco Peach on FD. He's tried it.
No, he gave up on it.
Okay, so if he gave up, then yeah, it has to be Fox unless he wants to do the Puff again, which I think he did once.
He can hedge on Falcon.
Oh, that's right. He definitely could have won that.
That's what I want to see.
I think people would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jungle Guy being a Falcon.
I don't care if he's
Big House
0-4.
Mango.
I don't care if he's 0-4. I want to see the Falcon versus Armada.
Big House Mango.
And
Big House Mango. That's right.
But
Like, no analysis. Big House Mango, guys.
here's the thing.
It's just, yeah.
Mango has to win game 1. He has not won a set this year when he's not won game 1.
Yeah, I think that will tell a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And this is one of the matchups, even more so than you, Kevin, and Armada, where counter-picking character and stage plays the most role.
Oh, I totally
in
believe
this
that.
big 6 versus big 6
Oh, yeah.
head-to-head.
Think Armada's going to double blind it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It'd
He
be
walked
to his
up
advantage.
Mango probably won't care. He'll probably go
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
Armada being the competitor he is. Although there's no reason why he should not go Peach.
You've done the whole matrix of, like,
Okay, I mean,
Prisoner's dilemma, haven't you?
here's a rationale. I've explained this to you. If Armada goes Fox, and for Mango, for some reason, decides to be smart and pick Falco, that's really disastrous for him. That's like the worst case scenario. If he picks Peach, and Mango goes Falco or Fox, the Fox Peach is not bad for Armada. Peach Falco is amazing for Armada. So
Yeah.
there's no reason for him to
Yeah.
risk going Fox in
Yep.
game 1.
So, the utility matrix is in his favor
I mean,
to go Peach, no
the
matter
other,
what.
The other possibility is that they just gentleman's agreement to just say we're going to go Fox to them, and I think that's that is what has happened in previous tournaments.
Okay.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right.
So, interesting. So we're closing in end. What do you think about the tournament?
How has it been going? How is
Tournament's
everything?
been going amazing. Couldn't be happier. You got amazing production quality. You know, we're on schedule. Matches have been great. Staff's been doing an amazing job. I got nothing more to add.
Big House Jungle Guy makes it come together.
Here is a summary of how the tournament went. Papa Paint was going to follow around 4 people for the mini documentary.
Okay.
He's going to follow around a top player, a MIOM rank player that's not like a top player, a total newbie, and a TO. Get some drama, you know, create some storylines. But he dropped the TO storyline because it was too boring. Because it went too smooth. Yeah, there was no drama.
You did too good of a job.
I guess. Next year, I'm going to have to start a fire.
No, you just got to get left.
So I can get featured in the mini doc.
Well, I could make a comparison right now. I won't do that. But you're doing a great job out here, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really.
I mean, no left in here. That's probably why.
Do you think that would have changed the tournament
There
landscape?
probably would have been some tweet, right?
There might have been something.
I don't think
Although
so.
we did best out of 5 top 32, which was our latest beef with Leffen.
Yeah.
So he could not have.
It would have been tough for him to find something, I
He
think.
couldn't have found something in there. Okay, I gotta go, guys. All right.
On that note,
Thanks so much for doing this.
absolutely.
You 3 are amazing.
All right.
I
Twitter
gotta do
handles.
some stuff.
Cool.
All right. How can they get more information on you?
Follow at JuggleRob, and we also have a new Twitter at the Big House SSB.
Cool.
Cool deal.
We have not had a Twitter before for this tournament.
Yeah, that was.
Please
you
follow
guys were sleeping on that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'm out. See you guys.
Later.
All right.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, so we do need to wrap up. I made a few heart predictions, bold predictions that I might not agree with if I was thinking about it logically. I'm fine with that.
I feel a little bit the same.
Well, this is why you got to go with the heart, right? That's
Sometimes.
what makes Melee exciting. Cause
Sometimes.
And
Like-
this is the stage for upsets.
yeah, because
Melee-
if we always went with the predicted winner, why even play the matches, right? There's no excitement, but that's what makes Melee so exciting. Anybody can win on any given day.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if everybody saw the projected bracket, but I was supposed to make a tear through losers all the way up until grand finals and then lose to Armada again. Anyway, we do need to wrap up. We're going to give you guys a little bit of our contact info. If you want to check out the awesome work that Tafo does and contributes to the Melee community, follow him at
Tafokints.
Cool. If you want to see me kind of troll people and say words of wisdom once in a while, maybe, you can follow me at Cactus Smash on Twitter, and then my good friend Kevin Nanny.
If you would like to follow me, please give a follow to twitter.com/EG_PPMD. I would really appreciate it. I also try to tweet more if you do it.
We want to encourage him to do that.
Yes,
he
we do.
has a lot to say. It's just people need to ask him the right questions.
That's true. I'm getting better about getting back to everyone about it. I really do appreciate the questions. I really do enjoy helping out everyone.
You should open an Ask FM.
I've thought about it, but I feel like I would get flooded.
No, you can just not answer everything.
Oh, that's true.
I
feel so bad.
I have 2,000 unanswered questions in my queue.
Snap. All right, well, I'll get back to everyone on that. I think we're still supposed to be signing off.
Yes. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Showdown Smash. Thank you, Big House. Thank you, everybody who donated to make this possible.
That's the camera that's watching us. Let's point at the camera and be like, thank you guys for tuning in.
Appreciate it.
We're about to watch Top 8.
Group hug.
Together.
Yeah.
Make fun of each other for...
Somebody free stream this for Twitter. Thank you.
All right.
All right. All right. Good
Take
night.
it easy.
See you guys.